Hey, what's up? Let me know if you can hear me all right in the live chat to the right now. Okay, so give me a thumbs up or type thumbs up or whatever you want to type, and we'll get started. So let me know if this comes through, okay? Let's see if, okay. Can hear you. Awesome. Yeah, Babyface David has returned with a vengeance. I know. Yeah, dude, it was bad. It was like neck hair from like here to there. It just wasn't a good look, but that's what happens when you get stressed. So that's why I was like, okay, this got to go. And I tried trimming, right? But I don't have a proper beard trimmer. So I just have like this buzzer for like more normal hair. And I just made it super inconsistent. I tried to do it by eye and it was just a mess. Actually, no, I haven't lost weight. It's just the beard makes me way more manly. Yeah, thanks, Jake. Yeah. I had to shave for prom. Yeah. Prom, dude, prom was like this super hyped up dance. And man, I feel like for most people, it doesn't turn out very well. Mine was like a mess with a girlfriend, and then my friend's girlfriend left him that night for to dance with somebody else. I was like, this is gross. And my car got hit and run, my last car. So that was my memories of prom. That's for sure. So I won't be able to do any reviews in Boston because I'm literally there for 12 hours, or 24 hours. So I'm literally flying in from Quebec, Canada, for a Paul Walker thing, and then flying into Boston, doing the event, and then leaving. So I am definitely gonna be hurting. Excuse me. I'm not gonna be at Drift Atlanta, which sucks. I'm gonna be visiting my family, but I rarely visit my family anymore, so I got to make time for them. So that makes sense. Just keep in mind, guys, that it is going to be hard for me to answer every single question. Well, once people start joining, so I will definitely focus on one most likely, and then focus on that, elaborate, and move on. So sound good? Sound good. I have to be my own moderator, Anyway. LS1 versus 2J. LS1 is the cheaper way for the most part, more efficient, but 2J is a little bit more fun, in my opinion. Let's see. So basically, did you leave Bob with the buds? I left Bob with the buses. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, second channel stuff. By the way, anybody watching so far, thanks so much for going to my second channel. It's actually growing. I can't believe it. It's actually growing at a steady pace, and people seem to like it. But yeah, it's pretty cool seeing people supportive for non-car stuff too. We did a podcast here the other night, and it was awesome. Thanks, Griffin. I appreciate that. Are you and Adam LZ going to meet here in Georgia? It'd probably be a while because Adam is a very busy guy. I actually collaborated with him out of kind of winging it. I was in Jekyll Island, Georgia, and I was like 3 hours away from his house, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, I'm like 3 hours away. I know this is super short notice, but mind if I come hang out for a day or two? And he goes, yeah, dude. And it was like the perfect window. Every other day, he wouldn't have been able to do it. So that's nothing happened to the S13 coupe. I actually posted on my social media what happened to the S13 coupe or what we're going to do with it. So if you want to check that out, I go into more detail on Instagram, Facebook, what have you. Let's see here. Are you moving to Florida? Probably not. At least my knowledge. It's just the problem with Florida is there's nowhere to drive back roads in comparison to Georgia. Georgia, I could literally drive 10 minutes and have a curvy mountainous elevation change back road. And with most of my videos being car reviews, it'd be really tough. And somebody might, like rebuttal that by saying, oh, but David, you did Adam's car. Yes, I did. but it was a super, super risky move. It was in low speed limit zones and stuff like that. And it just was not that enjoyable. The car was, but the environment was not. But yeah. RS6C7 illegal. I actually do not know. Yeah, that's right. Fast Lane Productions. That's exactly right. It's a drag racing area for the most part. Visit SC. I actually have. I went to Charleston for a meet, and that was a lot of fun. I went to the Under the Bridge meet and the Cars and Coffee meet. Duluth. Do you plan on going to local shows there? Well, I mean, I go to pretty much every single car show in Georgia. I've pretty much been to now. So Gwinnett and all that kind of stuff. I want to go to the Michigan Grid Life, but there's 3 other things that I might have on schedule to do the same day. So I have to pick and choose. It's such a nightmare. I personally want to pick Grid Life, but I might need to be somewhere else. When we go back west, I don't know, because my LA video series did not do well. It did really bad. And that's not because of the people. It's not because of anything. It just didn't do good. And it was during the time where also the YouTube algorithm was changing, and I still haven't figured out the algorithm to this day, but that hit my channel really hard with all those videos. So it'll probably be a while the next time I go out west. When the S13 drift is ready, what build is next? I don't know, because the S13 drift build is going to be wild. So we have a lot of focus on that for sure. Do I believe in the stereotypes that BMWs are unreliable? Yes. Yes, I do, for the most part. What? See, there you go. I can't even get my live stream on the subscription list. Any rotary Mazdas? RX-8. I have an RX-8 coming out soon, and an FC RX-7 race car, but that's not going to be for like a month about. Yeah. Let's see. 2018 Mustang is fine. I think it's fine, and also the magnetic ride coming standard, I think is fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I went to my David Patterson channel, my second channel, and I looked at my subscription list and it wasn't on there. So that's really odd. So I don't know. Hi, Taylor. Hope you're doing well. I'm not 2J swapping the coupe. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing to the coupe, but it's going to be wild, and it's going to be pretty intense. Have I ever wrecked anyone else's car while reviewing? No, I went into the grass one time with the Nissan Laurel, but I even put it in the video because it was me. The owner gave me permission to like skid it around, and me being an amateur skidder, I guess you could say, I went into the grass a little bit, and that was it. Asheville, North Carolina. I actually, to the video that came out yesterday, the rally video, we actually stopped in, that's around where I got pulled over, actually. It was there. Tomorrow's video is on top of a mountain drag racing. So I definitely think people will like it. I don't know if people will watch it because, you know, it's hard to title something like that and like gain interest, but it's a fun video. It's very basic drag racing though. You know, we race to the top of the mountain, we get to the top of the mountain, and we drag race on top of the mountain. It was cool because it went from grass to snow. Like, it was so interesting to me. Spooled Up TV. By the way, everybody go check out Spooled Up TV. He's like the nicest dude in the world, and he drove from Ohio to let me review his car. Ridiculous. So love for you, man. That was awesome. Whew. Did your girlfriend meet? No. She likes my beard, actually, but I screwed up while shaving, so it was super inconsistent. So I was like, it's time for a fresh start anyway. So, How do you look getting the local car scene? I actually made a video called that as well. So if you want to go check that out, not to self-advertise, but I explained all the steps I did anyway. Let's see here. I'm patiently waiting. It's all good, guys. Anthony, take another sip with a soda pop. Take another sip of the soda pop. GH5, I actually have no experience with it, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Is the S13 coupe going to? No, it's going to be a bunch of, like, I'm going to change it up every now and then. Because why not? Am I going to European experience? I don't think so. I had a really good time last year, but the video didn't do well. And also, it's far away. I mean, it's about a 6-hour drive. So stress beard is a real thing. It is totally a real thing. You just forget to shave when you're stressed sometimes. You're just like, oh, screw it. I don't care. Any muscle car reviews coming out soon? You got 2 on top of my mind. We have a Whipple Terminator, which made 700 to the tire, and also a GT350 with twin turbos on it. So doesn't get better than that. Trust me. It's pretty amazing. I'm 26. People always, no, everyone asks me during live streams, they're always like, how old are you, dude? How old are you? I need to know. Can you do a Subaru BRZ review? I actually have 2013. Whoa, long time ago. Long time ago. Would you ever go to Japan to drift or do reviews in other countries? I would. It's just budget, man. You know, it's a lot of money to do that kind of stuff. I am focusing more of my funds on staying local for the most part this year, but that's what I have to go to Canada, to Quebec for something, like I said earlier, and then Boston, and then I just travel a lot this year. But most of my funds are more focused locally so I can do better things. So yeah. Christian Ross, I would love to do more classics, man, but people just don't watch it as much. Like, I know, like, I'm not trying to sound cynical, guys. I promise. I'm not one of those people where viewership is everything. It's not to me. I live life exactly how I want to live life. If it means I make a video about a classic car, it means I want to make a video about a classic car. But when it comes to, if you're having a rough business month already and you put out this classic that I'm excited about, people don't click on it that much. I mean, Edsel Ranger, the Datsuns I did, the MG I did, those kind of cars that are very important to car culture don't get as much viewership because people just aren't as interested because usually they don't know a lot about them. So that's why. Let's see here. How much did it cost to make for 240? A lot. I mean, it's one of those things where the Mustang has total, the Mustang probably has over the year since 2012, probably like $6,000 in it. But that's the blower. That's like it. Everything else is stock in that car. For the most part, yeah, and exhaust and headers and the Boss manifold. So yeah, but intake and tune, dude, I was putting down $425 to the tire, and that was like $500, you know. And but the 240 was like buying a new car, you know. I mean, it was, I made a new car, so it was a lot. I think SRT10 truck. I actually would like to do the SRT10 truck. That truck intrigues me. I think it's definitely an interesting experience Dodge did. Exotic reviews are rare. Not a lot of people hand me the keys to exotic cars, as you can imagine. It's a lot harder for me. Best car to drift for 10K? Probably a cheap C5 Corvette. That's my guess. Like a high mileage one. Like Taylor Ray, our friend Taylor Ray. Oh, wow. That's cool. Jap Fest and stuff. If you could put any motor in a Fox body, what would it be? I would put a Coyote in it, personally, because it's more modern. It has a lot of really good aftermarket support. I mean, you can put the GT350 intake manifold on a Coyote and it'll rev to 8,000 RPM. And that is incredible to me. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Preston. I appreciate that. Creepy soda. Thoughts on building a grip car? I mean, I'm gonna double the S13 Coupe as like a drift / time attack car. So that'll be like my track toy, if you know what I mean, whenever that gets done. And I'm taking my time with that. So please don't ask me, when's it gonna be done, bro? When's it gonna be done? I'm like, I'm human, gotta save up funds, gotta do all those things. And it'll be great. 2007 Mustang GT or 2007 Nissan 350Z. I had a great time in my Mustang GT. It made really good noises. The 350 overall is more of a sports car. The 2007 Mustang GT with the 3-valve is more of like a cruiser that happens to be peppy. Mine ran 13.4 every single time with the drag strip. So if that's what you're like, it was the same as a 350 for the most part. When's it gonna be done, bro? Asked not to ask about time on 240, then gets asked time estimate. I'm gonna change the podcast name. You know what it's gonna be? That Dude in Blue live QNA. Bam. Richard, that's actually a pretty good estimate for the most part. I'm going to be in Quebec the 25th to the 24th, 25th to the 27th. I fly out the 28th that I get to Boston that morning. So, yeah, Patrick, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, guys. I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong thing. I had to go back to my watch page real quick. Hold on. The transmission can, the clutch probably can't. That's probably the one thing. You know what's interesting? Hold on. Sorry. What skate park do you go to? Duncan Creek. That's where a lot of my skate. If I ever put a skate video out on my second channel, that's usually where it is. So yeah. My next collab with Rob will probably be Adventure Drives, which is in September. I did not get a notification. I found out about the live stream on Instagram stories. Okay. So let me see. Everybody check if you get a notification. I'm changing something real quick. I put it in a playlist, so maybe it'll do its thing. Well, yeah, Duncan allows BMX. That's not an issue. Mark, you'll have a better chance at the meet for sure. I think it'll be easier. Womp. Dude, you guys, oh man, this is, wait, oh, did you guys get a Twitter notification after I did that? I think it was, I think that might have helped. Let me look. I want as many homies with us as possible. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to be doing in Quebec? I am going to be at a Paul Walker Memorial meet, and the guy from Fast and Furious 1 who played Jesse is going to be there, and it's going to be really cool. Is the skate park in Brazelton? Yes, it is. Let's see here. At Duncan Creek? No, Duncan Creek has bikes every day. Every time I go there, there's bikes. Is anyone else joining us? Yeah, we might have James from Modest Racing, the guy who owns Jasmine, and also maybe Trevor from Motion Auto TV, so we can talk about his 3-day build of Adam's car. I mean, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Came from your Facebook picture. Okay. Well, I will have to do another thing. Let's see. What? Yeah, this is crazy. Like my second channel had like more viewers than this. YouTube's against me. I'm kidding. Okay. Here, let me. Came from Snapchat. Awesome. Thanks, man. Everyone's gonna be asking about the coop, even though I asked not to. Can you give a shout out to Sophie? Hi, Sophie. We're your loyal subs. Yes, you are, guys. Yeah, the second channel podcast was awesome. I absolutely loved that. It was freaking great. This time it's not about the family. Hold on. I'm going to take a picture and everyone say hello. I'll take a picture of you guys saying hello and I'll put you on my social media. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Alejandro's at work. Oh my God. That was awesome. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Holy crap. That was amazing. Trevor's going to join us in a second. Hold on. Let me get this all sorted out. Stop, please. I have to get this link in the bio, though, so give me a second. I might have to copy this and go. I'm going to have to do something weird to get the link in the bio, so give me a second. It's a live stream. It's not like a YouTube link where I can just copy it. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to see concentration face, David's concentration face for a second. Okay. I have sent the link over a messenger. What movie is that from? Come on. I know you guys know what it is. Okay. Almost there. Almost done sharing your pretty faces. Aww. Oh no. What have I done? I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Now I must go back, add the link to the previous post so people can find it. Okay. Now I have to get Trevor on here, which is proving difficult. It won't paste the link for some reason. There we go. And this is so bad. I'm sorry, guys. Jameson. Oh, whoops. Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park was the movie. That's absolutely what it was. Bam. I have sent Jurassic Parkour. That's right. Have I met Jay Leno? I have not met Jay Leno, but that'd be really cool. Hi, Kevin. Look at that Look at this dinosaur. Which car YouTuber do you watch the most? Honestly, I don't really watch as many car YouTubers as I used to. I kind of like watch other genres because I definitely get my car fill now with what I do, and it's hard to just watch car stuff too much. And I used to be the complete opposite, but now it's just like, let's balance the genres out. Prelude? Yes, I have. Yes, in the vlog with Alejandro the other day, we talked about Crispy Media, actually. Okay, so the oh guys, we have 240 viewers, 240 squad. You know it. You freaking know it. Whoa! Oh my god, a super chat. I was not expecting that. Dude, Emmanuel, you are the man. Oh my god. I'm like so flattered. Would you ever come down to Portland to do a review on Signature Hyperlist TI? I've tried to message you before. Okay, so what it will do is email me on thatdudeinblue at gmail.com. Right now, I'm on like a review hiatus because I have so many to edit. So after that, I'll put you in I have different folders in my email, and I have one for out of state in case I ever go somewhere. So that way, if I go to Portland, I'll type in Portland in my Gmail and go, boom, there he is. And it'll say Emmanuel. And I'll be like, awesome, let's do it. So then I'll hit you up and we'll get more contact information, plan it, get a location, hit it up, and do it. So thank you so much for the super chat. That was amazing of you. I really like the new super chat option, not because of the donation. It's more of the meaning of it. And also like being able to see your comment in highlights is so nice because it moves so fast. So thank you so much once again. All right. So I say, oh wait, I need to get headphones in a second. Let's see here. All right, so okay, how is the revenue? Excuse me. How is the revenue change affecting you personally? You seem to be pretty quiet. I honestly am a believer in. I'm going to be blunt with you, not bitching about it, because ad revenue is something that is pretty much out of your control. You know, it's your main source of income on YouTube, and that's very scary. So that's very, very scary. So basically, I figure out a way to resolve it rather than complain about it. And of course, I'm guilty of complaining sometimes. Absolutely, but yeah, it is scary. It has dropped. Revenue has dropped for sure. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, Manuel, if you're serious, I can pay for your flight and everything. I'm a huge fan. What's your email? It's thatdudeinblue@gmail.com. Okay. No way, nothing pulls like Alti on the highway. That is a hell of a story. I told that one of my first live streams ever. That was so great. Nissan Laurel C65. Wait, blah, 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 blah. I have done a Nissan Laurel, but I don't know if that's the chassis number. Put my 650 wheel 2JZ 350Z in Florida folder, and I'll meet you at LZ Residence. Okay. Make sure to email me, and I'll definitely put you in that folder. Thank you so much, Ethan, by the way. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. New reviews coming out. Oh, man, I have a list for you guys. It is intense. Insane. Greetings. Any advice from newbie getting started in vlogs? Roberto. Sorry, I didn't mean to butcher your name. Advice for vlogs would be 100%. Do not be someone you're not. Be yourself. Even if there's like a little part of you that's like, God, I'm so dorky. Like, why am I posting this? Post it. Don't be afraid to. Somebody out there is going to be just as dorky as you, and they're going to love it. Well, if you go to my second channel and watch the thing I put out yesterday, I was making dad jokes like the entire time. I named a graffiti character I saw on a wall, because I could, because I was silly. Do whatever you want. Post frequently. YouTube's algorithm now posts very frequently. So that's the key, and don't stop. And if you get burnt out, that's completely understandable. Take a break, come back. Hold on, Ron, if you're my friend Ron. Hold on one sec. Hi, Ron. Oh, it's like Streamception. Give me 1 second. Somebody sent me. Is that Sunday? Is that when? Oh, no. I won't be there next month. No, wait. Let me answer these super chats real quick because they're donations. Give me 1 second.
Hi, David.
Hey, there's Trevor.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Well, yeah, I can, Trevor. Hold on.
Nice.
Okay. So, Colton, what do you think about the GTST? Also, when you come into Vegas or Utah, I want to buy you dinner. I actually go to Vegas 2 to 3 times a year. Hi, girlfriend. She's here. Oh, thank you. What do you think about the GTST? I really like the Skyline GTST. I think it's underrated. Rear-wheel drive is really fun. As Trevor knows, rear-wheel drive is very fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Do you know where my headphones are? Can I borrow them? What if I say, please? Thank you. I just don't want, oh, Trevor with the shades, bro. All right. So, hey, thanks for doing this. Thanks for, Alejandro says hi. But can you hear me, Trevor?
Oh, I just took my headphones out. I could hear you though, yeah.
Okay, so I have to talk about, obviously, the 1J swap. That was so cool. Oh, and one more second. Miles, who sent the super chat, thank you so much for helping me out. And you know what? That's going to go straight to the drift car. So you rock. So anyway, Trevor here helped Adam LZ, I believe, right? Were you there all 3 days?
I was there for like 4. I was there from Thursday to Tuesday.
Okay, so
Monday,
at what like point was the car at when you showed up?
They just got the SR out of it.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I think he blew it up Wednesday during the day. And then he like called me and he's like, "Hey, would you be down to do the swap?" Could you hear that, what I just said? Okay,
can you hear me now? Is everything good? Okay, I just want to make sure with the headphones going in the computer and everything. Okay, so Adam asked you to come out, asked you if you were down to do the swap.
Yeah, so basically it was Wednesday during the day, and he called me and he's like, "Hey, I just blew up Nicole's SR. They swap this weekend." And so I was like, "Sure, yeah." And so I looked at tickets that night. I bought tickets Wednesday night.
Oh man.
No, it was Tuesday. He blew it up Tuesday. I bought tickets and we flew in Wednesday night, woke up Thursday morning, went and got the 1J. Went back to his house that night. I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night when we got back. Started tearing everything all apart and cleaning everything. overnighted a ton of parts from like Drift Motion and Wiring Specialties.
Yeah.
Like Excessive Manufacturing, like Brett Collins, they sent him a drive shaft. Just kind of overnighted. But I mean, there's no way he would have been able to do it without overnighting so much
There's
stuff.
no way. There's no way.
So we had the engine in there Friday night, and then we drove it for the first time on Saturday. I don't know. It was confusing. There was so many days they just kind of ran
Did
together.
Did they overnight the engine mounts too, or the brackets?
Yeah, he got those from CX Racing and like the engine mount brackets. He ordered the full 1J swap exhaust as well.
Holy crap. So we have two people. Oh, Trevor, have you seen this? The new super chat option? It's incredible. Yeah. And everyone's so nice. So I'm going to answer these real quick and we'll go back to your story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what is the best first fun car to own? You know, I'll let Trevor answer that one and I'll move on to the next question.
Best first fun car to own?
Yeah, I mean, I could argue Civic actually.
No, I was actually going to say Civic, especially for if you want to learn to like do mechanical stuff or like cheap little quick fun like modifications. A Civic is like the best because they're so cheap. Even if you blow up the engine, you could go to the junkyard, get like a $300 one and swap it in a weekend. And there's tons of information, and they're just so dang cheap, and they're a lot of fun too. So either that or like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, Civic-ish, 240-ish, Camaro would be, or Mustang, any of those.
I'd say F-body Camaro as well. That'd be a good one.
That's like
LS.
That's a get in trouble first car though.
Oh, it is 100%. So Battle Tested asked, love the channel and Trevor's. Also, Levi misses his coupe. It is joining the army. Come to Tennessee. We'll email you. That's so cool. Tell Levi good luck with basic and everything. He was super cool on fixing my title stuff with my 240. So thank you to Levi. And thank you, Emmanuel, for sending that email. No problem. Thank you for doing that. So we have Colton, who says, I love the second channel. I love your videos on suicide and Accutane, and then what kind of camera and lens do you recommend? Okay, so my second channel is very vloggity. I'll just say that it's vloggity vlog. It's very laid back, and I post whatever I want on that channel. So if there's inconsistencies, you're like, why is he doing this? Because I can. Because Thatdudeinblue, you get the why isn't it all car stuff, you know? So if I need a creative outlet, I do that. But camera and lens, man. I mean, one of my favorite cameras for YouTube is the Canon G7X. Adam uses it. Roman Atwood uses it. It's this little tiny pocket camera, and it shoots like almost like a DSLR. I mean, it's fantastic. But I use a Panasonic GH4 personally. Yeah,
and Taylor Ray uses it too. And I mean, pretty much everybody who's kind of in that whole like vlog scene is like, yep, G7X.
Well, it also doesn't disturb the piece. You know, it's small. It's not like in your face. Like the one thing about vlogging that always stopped me going into stores and stuff was having a giant ass DSLR in my hand with a microphone and Gorilla Pod. You know, you have other YouTubers who go, I just own it, bro. And I'm just like, in the South, especially in Georgia, it's almost like you respect people's privacy. It's a hospitality thing. But you know, out west, I totally see why people do it because you know there's cameras everywhere. You know, it's a Hollywood kind of place. So, but here in Georgia, it's like this Southern hospitality thing. Which, by the way, are you still going to go to FD Atlanta even though I'm not going to be here?
I'm not sure. It kind of complicates things as far as being able to get around and stay in places and stuff. So when me and my girlfriend were flying back from Orlando, we were on a Frontier, just like a cheap Frontier flight. We're supposed to fly out like Monday morning at like 9 in the morning. We get like 7:30, 8 o'clock, you know, and we're supposed to be there way early. And then they delayed the flight, delayed again, ends up pushing it all the way back till 5 p.m.
Oh.
And we were there for over 8 hours, and then they finally canceled it. So I have like a voucher, like a $200 voucher for. So I was like, looking for an excuse to use that. But my girlfriend, since she's pregnant, she probably should be flying.
No.
Especially, so this was probably like the last trip for her for like till.
Dude, you guys, by the way, you guys look awesome together too. I hope everything's going well with that. Yeah. You excited? I have to ask.
Yeah.
I have to ask if you're excited.
At first I was scared because it's like a girl, but
yeah.
After talking to everybody who actually has girls, they say that they're like more fun than boys at first. Like, I don't know, a couple people have said like their sons, like they'll be out in the garage working on cars, and their son's like, no, screw that, I'm gonna go play video games and.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And then their daughter's out there like digging in the dirt, and picking up wrenches, and trying to help. And
no, I like the true. I'll say it. I hate the term car girl. I hate that term. Absolutely. But the true daughters who grew up with their dad building cars, they're usually some of the best mechanical knowledge people I know.
Yeah.
Because they felt like they needed to almost prove something. So I think like there's a whole bunch of people, especially in Detroit, as you can imagine. I went to the Woodward Dream Cruise, and there was women there that knew way more than I did at the time, and I was like, props to you. That's awesome. What? She just yelled, girl power.
I seen her Starbucks outfit. That was funny.
Yeah, she's a barista and deals with people, as you can imagine. Somebody, people called the other day for the unicorn frap, and those are actually really hard to make. And somebody called and was like, so do you guys have the unicorn frap? She's like, actually, no, we're out of it. And they actually were. And the woman on the phone goes, so you're out of it? It's like, yes, we're out of it.
Yeah, we're out of it.
Devin says, I'm from upstate South Carolina and go to Georgia every now and then. Would you ever consider reviewing my 85 Fiero? Actually, I totally would review a Fiero. I'm not even kidding. I just think
Fiero would be a lot of fun.
I think they're just one of those cars that's just like so fiercely hated by some people, but it's also an interesting exercise by a company. It was like this car that was just
when they turn them into Lamborghinis.
Oh God! Oh, just no.
Like the Lamborghinis. Hey, do you want to have some fun for a minute? I got an idea.
What? Hey, El Freeman's in here. He had a GTO a long time ago. Oh, sorry, I'll talk to you more, El. But what's up, Trevor?
All right. Remember the Turbo Crown Vic?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just chilling right there.
Okay.
Everybody say hi to the Crown Vic.
Is it still working?
So anyhow, it's working great. So
cool.
When I initially like broke the first engine in it, I sent like pieces of piston through the turbo, so the turbo stopped making turbo noises. So last night I finally decided I'm either gonna like sell this thing, just because it's been sitting around for months.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Anyhow, last night I remodified another turbo. And so now it makes turbo noises again. So should I do a burnout?
Be about it. Let's see it.
See if we could hear. See if we can hear this.
That car was quite literally made to do burnout. So it's not like you're roasting some useless tires on or good tires. So go for it.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
I'm here eating my Skittles, watching Trevor Jameson do a burnout. So.
Do you think I should pull the headphones out to do this, or?
I would.
Okay. All right. Can you still hear?
Yeah. So I'm going to do a Q&A while you're doing a burnout. Have Patrick asked, have watched since the early days of Smurf. Started as a GM guy, but thanks to you and your videos, I recently purchased an 03 Cobra in middle gray with 5,000 miles. Keep being awesome. That's it. Oh, speaking of that, thank you, Patrick, once again. Is it happening? Oh, there it is. Dude, that turbo sounds legit. It sounds like a diesel. Moment of silence. Hunter, I'm going to notice you during this burnout because you're cool enough to let me see you during this burnout. Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah.
It still did a burnout.
Yeah, we got into second gear too. Did you hear the turbo in there?
Yeah. Are those? Somebody pointed out, Trevor. Are those GT500 wheels?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, those are David's GT. The other David, the David that's on my channel. His.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited it makes turbo noise. I want to do another little one.
Man, that's so funny and awesome. Oh man,
it doesn't make the work that it used to. I don't know. I think we need to play with the tune on it a lot more.
Yeah, but still, though, your goals were achieved. 1, you did a burnout. 2, you made good turbo noises. To subscribe to Trevor, his channel is Motion Auto TV. And dude, you're growing pretty quick now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I'm at 140.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, dude. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'm actually feel like it's like kind of turning into what I've always wanted it to be.
Exactly. Dude, once you hit like 90 to like 100, you're like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it. Yeah. You know, you're locked in. Like once you pass that 100K, you're locked in. You're like, I'm going to make this work.
Yeah, I'm going to figure it out some way or another.
Exactly. Should I Vortec my Grand Marquis? Oh, Texan, be all about it. That'd be so cool. Have you checked out Honda Prelude before? And if so, would you recommend it? The 5th gen. Okay, so I know a little bit more about the 4th gen because if you go back to the very beginning of my YouTube channel, there's a guy named Matt Holder, and he had a 4th gen, and it had it had 4-way steering on it, and it was an awesome car. It had an H22 swap in it. Great, handled amazing. But the 5th gen, I really don't know about. But in my opinion, had they made the 5th gen Prelude rear-wheel drive, I think it would have been a good 240 competitor.
Yeah, I wish Honda made something rear-wheel drive other than the S2000
or the NSX. That's way too much money.
Yeah,
I rode in one of those, by the way.
What'd you think of it?
Okay, so it's really, really capable. That's not the issue. It handles amazing. It was on a track. I didn't like the way it sounded, though. But that was my personal.
And you're talking about the new one?
The new one. The new one sounded like a vacuum cleaner, like a Dyson commercial. I don't know. I was super cruel to it in my brain. I'll probably make it. I have footage of me riding along with it, so I'll probably make a video talking about my experience. But it was pretty cool. But honestly, in my opinion, once again, I think they should have made the new NSX a simple, a little bit more expensive BRZ formula of stick rear-wheel drive, like Corvette money. You know, they would have sold a zillion of them. But 250 grand when that's Lambo. You know, like, and I think it has the same problem the Ford GT had, in that it was a Ford, you know, at the time, and nobody wanted it, and then they drove it and they were like, wow. But you know, that's the 05 Ford GT. You know, it makes a lot of good noises and it's fun and it's exhilarating. And then the new NSX just isn't that exhilarating. You know, I didn't be like, I need it. Andrew says, I'm from Los Angeles and I have a 2013 Chevy Malibu 2.0 turbo tuned with 315 horsepower. What? I'm putting my Pirelli P0s on. It's lowered. That's sick. Would you drive that? Trevor, would you drive that?
Oh, I'd drive it.
I'd drive 300 horsepower in a Malibu. I'm about it.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
You know, my dad had a Malibu, old Chevy one. Well, they're all Chevys, you know what I mean? But like first gen, it kind of looks like a muscle car. I don't know which generations each, but he had like the first or the second gen one, and unfortunately, it blew up twice on him. And yeah, he just never turned back on that one. Yeah. Let's see here. My idea. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
I was gonna say I don't get to see any of the comments that are coming in.
You can. Oh yeah, you're not on like a laptop. That's right.
Yeah, I'm on the Hangouts. Unless I get on like the internet and I just like pull it up on the computer and then I sit here and watch it too.
Yeah. There's some really good ones though. I'm not gonna do a Sylvia front on the 240, the blue 240. That's what the coupe's for. Trevor, do you know anybody that does polyurethane front Sylvias? You know what I mean?
Like that one kit that Taylor rated a video of it, like a super flexible body kit.
I'd like to do it for the drift car, but I just can't find a Sylvia front end one yet.
Yeah, the only option is like the OEM aero bumper, which is like super expensive right now.
I have one, but it's all cracked and gross, and
Really?
I'm trying to make the car pretty. So, somewhat pretty. I mean, the first time I drift, which, dude, you know what's gonna be funny? The first time I drift, I almost want you to be there because it's gonna be so bad. Just to see your progress. It probably
won't be that bad.
But I'm definitely just gonna have the bumpers off because I'm getting Street Faction bash bars and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, I talked to them as well. They're sending me some stuff from my S14.
Dude, they're awesome. They're awesome people.
Believe it.
So they get it. They just get us.
They do. Yeah, they understand.
They get it. Are you going to do a full review for the Blue Jay-Z? Yes, but Crispy Media is going to come down and help me film it because he's damn good at filming.
Hold on, I'll be back.
You're fine.
My phone went to low power mode and it. Turned it off. So let me plug it in. But I think you could still hear me though.
I can hear you. Would I ever buy the Demon? No, I would not buy the Demon. I think the Demon's a cool car. I just can't justify spending that much money when if you just want to go 9 seconds, you can build something for 9 seconds, but it'll probably be a little bit cheaper. I understand the appeal of the Demon, but like not having the passenger seat, you can put a passenger seat in it, but it's a whole mess. Oh my God, Steven. Oh my God. I'm going to acknowledge Steven first. This is my way of showing love to you. You have showed me true love and passion towards cars, and now I'm working on a car of my own that I can love as much as you love them. Keep up the good work. Miles per gallon. Wow. Okay. I blown away. Okay. Same with Lamborghini. Hey, bud, would you tune a 2004 350Z after installing a full exhaust system, wide pipe muffler, and cold air intake? I think so. Trevor, what do you think? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He asked, would you tune a 2004 350Z after installing a full exhaust from the Y pipes to the muffler and a cold air intake? So I say yes, you need to get a retune.
Did he delete the catalytic converters on it?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah, I'd say if he deleted the cats, I'd definitely do a tune.
Yeah, because it'll run like super rich and not know what's going on, right? For the most part. Okay. Whoop. Okay. What's your opinion on the Demon, Trevor?
The Dodge Demon?
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at it. The only thing is just a ton of people Facebook shared it, and that's all that was like on my Facebook for like 2 days was the Demon, and then I was just like, away. Yeah, I didn't even like look at it. I just like seen that it did wheelies and did like 9 seconds, and everybody was pumped about it.
And it's really fast, but doesn't have a passenger seat. You need to put a cage in it because a factory, obviously won't put a cage in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a cool idea, but the problem is that they're going to sell probably all of them, but it's like a market of their own, it's a hard market to sell. And I mean, Ford and Chevy both have drag racing packages. They're just not street legal, which makes sense. There's the Cobra Jet and the Copo Camaro. And those are on 8 seconds. So it's like, how important is it to you if it's street legal or not?
A factory drag car. I don't know, especially like you said, if you're going to spend that amount of money to just go 9 seconds, like I would probably just build something that you, like that was different that you could go 9 seconds with or something. But I don't know, I guess I'm sure there's a market for it. Just people that just have the money that just want to do that. But
it's starting to get dark outside, so I was using natural light, as you know. So I'm going to put on some lights. Give me a second. There we go. All right. I just like double chinned. Hold on. Okay, so somebody said better off a Hellcat with new mods. I actually drove a Hellcat that had 3 bolt-ons on it, and it was a pulley too, and it made 804 wheel on pump. So,
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty
That's
incredible.
nuts.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're really over-engineered. I mean, they have to be for having a warranty for 700 horsepower. I think it's a little bright. So, okay. I'm like a perfectionist with this, so there we go. Okay, so now I'm not too, well, I'm very pale, but you know.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
The internet. What do you think about my lighting? Critique my lighting in here.
Your lighting needs a hint of blue to balance out the color. And no, it's not because I'm that dude in blue. Do it with Dan wants to join us. You wanna add him on?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me send him. Oh, there he is. Alejandro. Dan. Okay, let me send this to Dan. Dan, I'm gonna send this through the Book of Face. So give me 1 second. Oh man. Are you looking at the questions, Trevor?
Yeah, I'm looking at them now.
Go ahead and answer something while I get this to Dan, if you'd like.
Okay, so I seen one that some guy said like a 2JZ S14 like show car or like a 350Z HR drift car.
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do in that instance?
Since I'm you know what, I'm gonna be real. I am starting not to like the VQ motor as much. Really? I like it, but we at Evolved at our shop, we get them all the time.
What are they just issues with them, or?
Yeah. Blown motors at 60,000 miles.
Oh, they sound like STIs then.
Yeah, somebody asked earlier, would you ever build a Subaru? And I was going to say no. Because I adore Subarus. They're fun, but near stock. You know, after that, it's just chaos. Yeah. It's absolute chaos. So let's see.
What I would do in that, I would probably take the 350Z. Actually, what I would do is I would take the 2JZ S14 show car and I would sell it. And then I would build another 2JZ S14 for a drift car. Maybe the 350Z. That would be kind of cool.
Sorry, Dan.
I've been looking at those.
I sent the wrong thing to Dan. I sent him the video link by accident because I was like, yeah, here, check out my live stream, Dan.
Yeah, come check out the live stream, Dan. Come watch. See what's going on in here.
Come learn about my life. Oh.
Yeah, me and Trevor talk about 240s and stuff.
Yeah, 240. By the way, Trevor, I think you already know those GTX Garrett turbos are no joke.
Oh, they're dope.
I love the one in my car. It's unreal.
How does it sound? Does it make
noises? It's a jet.
Huh.
And it'll be like a 2,000 RPM going.
Huh.
Like
yeah,
mine all the time.
Yours is the 3076, right? Gen 2.
71. Sorry.
3071. Oh wow. So yours is like an SR turbo on a 2.
Basically. So but it made 509. So I'm not complaining.
No hard to
complain about.
Pulls like nuts.
How are you, Dan?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry.
I'm doing just dandy.
Dandy.
We have some really good people in this chat overall. So we're let's see here. Stock Fox Body review. I've actually done a stock Fox Body review. That was like 2 years ago.
I don't want to see a stock one. I want to see like an 800 horsepower.
Me too.
Fox body.
So do I. Oh, dude, did I tell you, Dan and Trevor, about that Fox Body that I found in Daytona Beach? It was during the beater car road trip. And we broke down across the street from a mechanic shop. And he pulled out in this just drag packed out Fox, right? It had slicks on the back, skinnies up front, brand new 302 up front on nitrous, fuel cell, whole nine. And he wanted 8,500 for it. And I was like, oh,
I need that.
I know.
I
And you said it was street
couple of-
legal?
Yeah, it was street legal.
Mm.
It was dope.
So
I
I
would
have
have,
this.
I would have sold a motorcycle.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Wait, what's CA mean in the super chat? See, is that Canadian? That's legit.
Probably.
I think CAD
Canada
would be
dollars?
Canada.
That's
fucking
cool.
wild.
But thank you so much.
I'm reporting him.
Yeah, you're reporting.
Just kidding.
Oh man. But no, seriously, that really does the super chat stuff. I know it sounds like I'm a sucker, but I actually really appreciate it because it actually helps balance out the ad revenue crap that's going on.
Yeah, I really like the super chat too.
JP, if you go down to the bottom of the live chat, there's like an emoji symbol, and then there's like a dollar symbol right next to it. Not to be like, send me stuff. You don't. It's
Hey, bro.
absolutely you, not me. I'm not asking for it.
Send me money, bro. Send me money.
Yeah. You know what's funny is like I was never a fan of like can you link my GoFundMe so I can buy my first car? I'm like,
so you get the car ones. I get the motorcycle ones. I like the separation.
oh, Gorilla Pod, watch out.
No, I'm trying to set up my phone on a thing so it's not like sitting
wow.
on my lap
That's
looking.
interesting.
I always think they look like anal beads.
Yeah.
I actually had some lady comment on them. She's like, "What is that? What are those?" I was like, "Oh, it's a tripod." She's like, "Oh, thank God."
You're like, send me a super chat and you could find out.
If you just if
I never thought about that. Freaking Bitcoin. Like, hello.
Send me a Bitcoin, I'll tell you exactly what these are.
Yeah.
What the
I'll
Man.
show you what they are.
Man, I did something today, David, that I think you should at least try to do one day. I know you're not super into motorcycles, but I'm sure I saw that you've ridden with drift cars, and I'm sure you've ridden with other track people before, like professional drivers and all this stuff. Today I sat on the back of a professional motorcycle track rider.
Dude, like when they're like almost horizontal.
Yes, and
Oh my God.
what they normally do is they suit you up in full leathers. You have like your helmet on and whatnot, and they normally take it pretty easy. It's not like something that they go all out for.
It's not MotoGP, right?
No. But apparently the lady that set it up for me, she's my friend. Her name's Candy. I guess she like slipped him $20 extra or something and said, "Go as fast as you fucking can." And Jefferson, good Jefferson. But he went out. Yeah, we were doing like 170 on these stretches, and I'm holding on for dear life as we go around turns at like 130 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
It was. I've skydived before. I've bungee jumped.
Jeremiah, I'll answer your question. I promise.
I can't
so
think of anything that was
that
exhilarating.
nuts.
I was legitimately scared. I was legitimately scared.
Somebody just asked, David, did you ever do oil pump gears in the 5.0? I did. Actually, I did not. I did. It has 97,000 on it today. Oh, dude, today. So I went to crank Smurf, and it did the slow crank there. I was like, uh-oh. And I pop open the hood. There's grabber blue corrosion coming out of the battery.
Oh my God.
That sounds nice.
And then so I clean that up. I clean that all up, pull it back, put it back on the terminal. And even though I've been around cars forever, I still hate doing battery stuff. That stuff, I hate it. But
what is sketchy?
I then tried again, did the same thing. Then I got the 240, heated up the 240, went to Advanced Auto Parts, got the battery, came back, put a new one in. And I was like, oh, all right. I got to do an oil change on that car though. Steven, that was really nice of you for sure. So I will say, I got those quick jacks. You ever seen those? Like it's like a mini lift for your garage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Is
really
it like
cool.
the scissor lift one?
Yeah, basically. Kind of. They're hydraulic. It uses a tiny lift unit about that big. It's very heavy. But no, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna do an oil change with it probably because it's freaking great. Let's see. Oh, Clee, yeah, that's right. Cleese has one.
Hey David, have you or would you review a Saab?
I've tried. I did a 92X, which is the Subaru. It's a
Yeah.
Subaru, but
That's not a Saab though.
Exactly.
You need to
No, I
you need to
tried.
come-
I tried, and they keep breaking. Like,
Don't say that.
They do though. I bet money that they do.
that's the same thing with like SRT4s too. There's one right next door to me too. But it's funny. My neighbors are all car people, and I didn't even realize it. And they came over today when I was changing the battery out, and they introduced themselves, and like they're like, "Yeah, I got this car, I got this car, this car." I'm like, "Oh, small world, right?"
Would you like me to review them on my YouTube channel?
I can review SRT4 on the YouTube channel.
Hi, I don't know if we've met.
Hey, Trevor. According to Ed, what's happening to the Supra?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not on part 1000.
I always
yet, so
read.
I
I
can't
always read caps like a troll who has their voice box cracked. Like, hi.
That's how every troll is.
Thank you, Ray. You are the man.
The Supra.
The Poopra.
The Supra.
Oh, did you see that? I threw the Skittle and it bounced off both my rows of teeth.
What?
No, see, I'm eating Skittles, right? See, those are
Oh.
Skittles. And then I threw one and it went dunk.
Kerclunk.
Oh, hey, I have Skittles too. I
Oh,
should
dude,
get
you got
Skittles,
flags too?
Yeah, from Motoloot.
Yeah, I have mine. I can.
Dude,
Is it?
he does such a great job on like everything.
I don't know. where
It's
to put mine.
unreal.
But yeah, I was the one who got him to start doing flags. I was like, do flags, and he's all like, "Oh, you think people will buy those?" I'm like, I would buy one, and they're mine. Like, you know. So that's cool that he's doing those. I want him to do wristbands, like these little. Where they go? Where's the? I've lost it. Oh, like just these little rubber wristbands, dude. I wish he would make these. I don't know why he hasn't. He has the ability to make everything else.
Live strong, Dan. Live strong.
What would Jesus do?
Oh, 9 to 04 is a good first car to learn stick shift. I vote 2-valve Mustang or Miata.
2-valve.
What's your vote, guys?
I learned on a
Yeah,
Ranger.
So I'm assuming he was talking about a Mustang in that though.
Yep.
He didn't say a car.
Yep. Like 99
yeah.
to 04 is the new Edge, so that's what I assumed. But yeah.
Yeah.
Just start out on a, I don't know, what's a ridiculous car? To start on a, I can't. With motorcycles, I can always be like, start on a Hayabusa, bro. Start on a Hayabusa. It's 1300 cc. Like, let's learn stick on a Bugatti if they come in stick. I don't know. I know they don't. I'll sit down.
Hold on,
I
somebody
don't know.
asked.
I don't know what would be a good like car to learn stick on, other than like a Civic with like
Civic-
a stage 5 clutch in it,
Civic
and
or
it's like
Miata.
turbo.
I learned on like a 95, 96 Ford Ranger that had the clutch that was worn out as fuck, and that made it really easy.
Dan, I think somebody asked you about your tattoo that's being removed.
Oh, what'd they ask?
Why'd you get that tattoo?
Oh, well, you see, when you're drunk and young, you make dumb decisions. It was free, and I was under the influence, so that's why I got it. And
I vote Fiero. Devin X says Fiero is first car to learn stick in.
Oh, Pontiac.
What are you gonna cover up that tattoo with?
I've got a full sleeve of Cthulhu and a couple others. I'm being serious. It's gonna be like a Cthulhu with like dragging a ship underwater. This one I'm working with my buddy Corey to do a Rick and Morty theme.
I got these freckles in farmer's tan. This was actually a tattooed on farmer's tan. And during the winter, it's actually a full sleeve. It morphs. It goes up and down.
During the winter, it turns into a full sleeve.
I will say though, Alejandra has some badass tattoos. She has some really cool ones. She has the arm. Remember her rose and stuff
That's
like
right.
that.
Don't you have like it's not a feather. I don't know why I want to say feather.
She has a butterfly right here. It's like it's the Paramore butterfly from their album cover. I feel like an idiot because I went to put GT. Dude, don't feel like an idiot. You're good. It's funny. I just always associate 99 to 04 with the new Edge Mustang. So, Trevor with an E is the best driver out of you three. Probably. Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, you have the most experience going sideways, so definitely.
If they're talking about drifting.
Yeah,
we need to do like a YouTuber like track day with
I
like
agree.
like spec Miatas, and just go out there and just thrash.
be awesome.
Everybody has like the same exact like Miata, and
You
just
know
a road course.
Everyone talks about doing LS swaps and Miatas. I think doing a Coyote swap and a Miata would be cool as fuck.
That would be a tough fit, but legit.
I think a J's like a 1J swap in a Miata would be awesome.
that would actually be really balanced too.
I feel like it'd probably
if you
be
left it
perfect,
in your
but-
stock, it'd be perfect.
or like the 2.3 EcoBoost. swap.
Dude, speaking of, okay, Drew just said thoughts on 2004 GTO. Is it a good first muscle car? They're kind of floaty. They're a Holden from Australia, as long as you know that. And it's a good LS car. I mean, it's fun. If you go back and see my review of mine, it had a blower on it and a few other things. It was making 700. Yeah, fun car. What do you guys think of the GTO?
Oh, I love them. I think they look ugly, but I love them.
My buddy just had one and he sold it.
Yeah, they're kind of like a you love it or hate it car for sure.
The goat.
And then you know what he did? He sold it, bought a truck, and then he bought my red Saab wagon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I just learned that Trevor, they now crate engine the 3.5 EcoBoost, the V6.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You need one of those for that drift car of yours.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know that I'm a fan of anything Chevy.
Yeah,
I like LS motors in general.
well, it's because they're simple and they're everywhere and parts are everywhere and it's cheap.
I'm not a huge fan of this LT so far, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, the LT one, I feel like that it would be just a little bit better with an LS. But then again, from what I understand, the LT ones it's just cleaner.
yeah. Been here since 15K. You inspired me to buy a Mustang. Can you please sign my 1450 at the Boston meet? Any of you going to FDNJ? I will definitely sign it at the Boston meet. I'll make sure to what's funny? Do you guys get asked this? Do you have a Sharpie on you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
I
funny
asked today.
because I am just one of those people that I have this weird mind thing where I go, if I carry around a Sharpie for autographs, I feel like the biggest tool in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Like,
I got
right
I
here.
got it right
What-
here. Yeah. But it makes complete sense. But it's like at IA or Import Alliance or Formula Drift, and they're like, where's the Sharpie? I'm like, do you have one? They're like, oh no. And I'm like, I don't want to make you sad.
Yeah.
It's this weird thing.
There's always
Um,
one kid that has one that I end up forgetting to give back to.
Me too.
for the
Me
whole
too,
event.
dude.
I start walking around with it, and I'm like, oof.
Oh, Dan, somebody said you should come up to the Lanier event. That I remember I texted you about it last week. Dude, it is. Oh, Trevor, you would freaking love that meet.
Did I
dude.
get that?
Really?
Did I respond to it?
It's like 15 cars drifting at once.
That's right,
It's
you
so
did.
dope.
I think when is it again?
It's like once a month. That's where I'm gonna learn.
Oh, okay.
Actually, probably.
That's how the Lone Star Drift events are down
Yeah,
in Texas.
Lone Star.
It's just like
and,
crazy.
Club Loose
When I
up in
went-
Jersey.
I think
I
my
went down there
buddy
for
goes
round
to
one when like Adam and Taylor went down to Texas. I don't know if you've seen their videos of that. And we just stayed out on track for literally like 15 minutes, just straight
So
tandems,
sick.
just like nobody got off the track. Everybody just would kind of like regroup and then continue. It reminded me of Japan.
Yeah. How is driving a cammed car different? Usually just from a dead stop, mostly.
Yeah,
Well, and
That's
the clutch hates you if it's a
Yeah.
manual. And if you get like the one thing that sucks is that when you get a cam with an auto, you have to buy a stall converter as well. And stall converters are notoriously unreliable long term.
here's another thing. Trevor, I'm gonna have to disagree with this one. It says boxer engines and everything, and I say no.
I do not like
I'm
boxer.
I'm gonna agree with you, David.
If you have more experience with them, you won't like them as much, in my opinion. But they sound cool and they're great. With that, okay. Let's see here.
Man, the Dutch Texan, does he come in here a lot?
Yeah, he does. He's
he is-
a dedicated man.
I have to say, the Dutch Texan, he has been with my channel for as long as I can remember.
Me too.
And
Me
he
too.
always leaves. It's really weird because I get a lot of hate comments and I get a lot of love comments, but his comments are like the perfect amount of like constructive criticism. It's constructive criticism and like value, and it's always something that I'm like, Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Okay. So before I'm going to keep talking about that, but Ethan says $5 to advertise my channel. Worth it. Check out my channel, nerds. Also, what was the email to see my car to? It's actually thatdudeinblue@gmail.com. Okay. So
he's had that since day one of Gmail, by the way.
Yeah, Gmail. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah. Dutch Texan. I'm giving you love right now too, because whenever he did criticize me, I was like, you're right. And I don't think people understand that just going to somebody's YouTube page and just screaming out absurdities and just like hateful messages and stuff because you didn't like a video, that gets you nowhere. If you want to be heard by a YouTuber, calm, collected, constructive criticism will actually listen to you. You know, like if you're like, hey, I didn't like this style of video, I don't know if I want to see this again. That's fine. But don't be like, God, this sucks, bro. David, oh God, you didn't appeal to my brain. You know, so that was always kind of frustrating. So
you know what else is cool about the Dutch Texan?
What is cool?
Is he reviewed an 06 Saab 9.3 Aero with the V6 6-speed manual, and he said he loved it.
That's cool.
He loved it.
He loved it. Well, that's my new daily is that in a wagon, and that thing is like too dope.
Honest opinion on the EcoBoost Mustang. I like the EcoBoost Mustang, especially for lower speed handling, like at an autocross event or something like that. It's a little bit more nimble than the 5.0 because of the lighter nose, or at least it feels like it. But no, we dynoed one, Trevor, by the way, with like intake tune exhaust and like a few other things, and it was stock motor, and it dynoed like 450 foot-pounds of torque and like 300 horsepower. I was like,
nuts.
That's sick.
Is that the one that you kind of had in one of your videos, and it had like a single turbo on it? And
that was before the single
videos
turbo.
Later?
Yeah, that was before the single.
Have you done anything
with the single? Yeah, it comes out next month.
Nice.
Yeah,
so you've already done it then?
Yes. Well, I have this for like my formula now for car reviews is, since car reviews aren't what's the word? Topical. So like you can kind of release them accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if you go to a car show, you're like, I want to get this video out now because I want it to be relevant. But car reviews, I mass film them, then mass edit them, then mass release them, and then I restart. So right now I'm in the editing stage of mass editing, and it's brutal. Hey, David, coming to Pennsylvania this year at all? Maybe for Pittsburgh Grand Prix. Not sure yet. Other than that, I'll have to think about it. Dan, how is building a motorcycle?
It's challenging. It's like
No way.
It's one of those. I feel like it's one of those things that when you start doing it, you have to just full commit and do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm about to become everyone's best friend in my area because the motor that I have for the bike is so heavy. It's about a 220-pound motor with for a motorcycle engine. So I ordered a engine crane, which means that everyone and their mom's gonna be like, "Can I borrow your engine crane?"
Oh man, you're so right.
But
buy a trailer, buy a truck and a trailer.
Yeah, that's another good one, or a boat.
Yeah.
Those are like the three most borrowed items I think in the world.
Somebody says, David, have you ever thought about reviewing a French car? Do we even have French cars in the United States?
Yeah, the Camaro.
I will say though, for the most part, they're very rare here in the United States. But Peugeot, I think
there's a couple of those. I'm not going to pronounce it wrong because I will, but I've seen like one, maybe.
Yeah. A voice swap would also improve the build.
A voice swap?
When am I going to get a bike? Probably never, unless Dan builds me one.
Yeah, I want to start doing a series where I like force other YouTubers to build motorcycles with me, and at the end of the series, they keep the bike, obviously. But
that came off like super rude. But bikes I'm like utterly terrified of, because I rode around. Excuse me. I rode one in a parking lot for a video in 2014. The title is "How to Ride a Motorcycle," kind of, and
kind of.
I tip over and like drop the bike. Like it's an old bike, thankfully. So he didn't care. But yeah, I was just like, I don't think I'm in for this, so I just didn't touch it again.
Not David approved.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people here probably like RCR as well, regular car reviews. And
I've actually hung out with RCR quite a few times. He's a nice guy.
I love his motorcycle reviews more than his car reviews. Especially, I think everyone can say that the Booster review is like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a Suzuki, oh, not a car. It gets me every time. My girlfriend has engaged earrings and they're infected.
Okay. Let's see here. Where are the classic muscles, David? Almost no one lets me review classic muscle cars because they spent usually 10 years building their classic muscle car and don't want some kid driving it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you dang kid.
You dank?
Yeah, 4 years from being 30. Dang kid.
You're getting old. I'm getting old.
Mhm.
I'm like 24
26.
now.
You're 24 now? I'm 24 now, too.
I'm 26.
Oh, exciting news. I'm should be closing on a house June 2nd.
Oh.
Oh.
Out in Pueblo.
Yeah.
You don't. Whoa, that went from like here to there.
Yeah. How about that Atlanta life, dog? How about that Atlanta life,
I
dog?
like the Atlanta life.
Dog, Atlanta, dog.
Dog.
Dog. Sir.
If you were gonna move anywhere else, where would you move?
If I could have, if I could have the terrain of Georgia, and also live next to Adam, that'd be perfect. Because Florida sucks for reviewing cars. It's flat and straight. There's no curves.
Hot.
Like that doesn't bother me. Okay, Dustin asks, I have a Stage 2 2003 Audi A6 2.7 liter V6 twin turbo. I think you'd like to drive, so I'll be watching if you make it to Pennsylvania. Awesome. That sounds like actually a pretty fun car to drive because I don't tend to drive a lot of the A series Audis, so I don't know a lot about them. But those are the cars I like driving. Is that the ones I don't know about?
They're just gorgeous too. Like I was behind an all black A7 today. I think it's a 3.0 turbo, and it was just black on black on black, and I was like, that looks so good.
So Emmanuel asks, do you have Snapchat? Yes, I do. The Snapchat is DJP4 because somebody decided to take Thatdudeinblue and pretend to be me. So it's my initials. That's all it is.
Oh.
And it's a throwback to my first YouTube channel ever. So good luck finding it. So I actually typically don't add that many subscribers, but I do. But you have to like personally ask. But the one time I opened my Snapchat up, it had like 5,000 snaps within 30 minutes, and I was like, I can't handle this.
A bunch of pictures of Blue Smurf, like
yeah,
saying,
I found
is that
you,
you, bro?
Is that you?
Is that you?
I go out of my way in videos to look at like base model V6s and be like, look, it's David.
That drives me nuts.
Look, is it the dude in blue?
No.
Base model V6.
By the way, guys, it seems like that most of you have stuck around for the stream. It's been a very consistent number, so thank you to all of you who have stayed. I think our last stream we did together, it went up and down and up and down and up and down. So that's really good that most people are sticking around.
Yeah, they're like, who is this guy? I don't like him.
Who's this guy?
Who's this Dan guy?
Who's this Dan guy? Go, bro.
Who's that Trevor guy?
Who's that Trevor guy? Where has the Smurf been? In the driveway. It's there. It's there. I drive it around every day. Actually, it's my daily. So,
Trevor, I like your wall.
Yeah, your wall is pretty sweet.
My girlfriend painted it for me when I was where did I go? When I went down to Texas. She does like a time lapse.
Oh, so Trevor, do you remember my coil pack cover on my 2J? How it was blue, right?
Yeah.
But the letters weren't black. And it was driving me nuts because I thought it looked just kind of tacky without the contrast. And I looked around for people to do the letters, and then finally I found a bunch of sketches my girlfriend did. And they're like amazing. And I was like, you want to do the letters on this? She goes, all right, give me an hour. She did it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, steady hand.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, my girlfriend, she does a lot of drawings and painting and all that.
I guess I'm the Georgia version of you guys. You're the Colorado version of us.
Yeah.
1 second. Alejandra,
Oh God.
they asked where you are. They asked where you are. Okay. She's in bed.
Fucking leave me alone. Oh man. So some guy named Hunter asked if you should LS swap a Lambo. I think the best thing you can do is get a kit Lamborghini, and the kits come with like I think LS1s or something like that. I think it's the 5.7, and I think that would be just such a cool car, is having a fake kit Lambo with an LS motor. I think that's the coolest shit ever.
Like a turbo junkyard motor.
Yeah, like a turbo, turbo 5.7, and just run it everywhere. Be like, is that?
Have you guys seen the sloppy mechanics guy in his Colorado? He made like 1,022 horse
With the work truck? It was like the base model. He just boosted the shit out.
Oh, here's one. I have a Peugeot 306 with 155 brake horsepower. It's French, so full of electrical problems. If you ever come to Portugal, you can do a review. I absolutely would if I was in Portugal. That'd be awesome. You know what I found out the other day? This was like totally side note. What was the Chevy truck that had the LS in it and it looked really weird? It was all curves.
That SS. It was
the SS
the
something.
Chevy.
What's it called?
It actually might be just the SS truck.
I think it is.
I think
called
it is
the
just the SS.
No.
Somebody will know. SSR. Bam.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
SSR.
Oh wait, SSE, Okay, SSR. So in the United States, that car was a flop, right?
Massive.
So, but I found out that the Spanish really like them, like in Spain. So GM sent a bunch over there. I thought that was really interesting. Like a guy with the multicolored Porsche that I rode with on the Corsa rally was telling me about that they sold a bunch to Spain. I was like, that's really interesting.
It just looks like a giant PT Cruiser with a truck bed.
Yeah, it really does. Any of you guys plan out going to Japan anytime soon? If I had the time, I would absolutely love to.
I keep saying,
I know, me too.
To take a trip with like 5 or 6 YouTubers who are in the car and motorcycle scene. They go out together and then they try to like learn the Japanese way, and we have a film crew with us. Kind of like where Jackass in the first one, where they go to Japan and they just kind of like try to mesh it with the culture.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really wanted to go back to Japan when Aaron and Taylor were going, or not Aaron, Aaron, Adam, and Taylor, because Aaron's a Lone Star Drift guy, and he like is kind of like the camp counselor for the whole like Japan trip.
It's really cool though.
But yeah, I went with him 2 years ago, and he asked me if I wanted to go this time, and I was just like, I shouldn't be spending the money on a car and the whole like house baby Supra thing.
Baby Supra thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody called me very handsome. Well, thank you, Silver.
Let's
see here.
I've seen you driving around Walmart.
Oh, well, driving around Walmart though. Yo, dude, you know what's so funny? I haven't done this in years, but I was such a troll. I was at the gas station by Walmart. There's a Trevor, we might have went there together, but there's the Walmart, this gas station across the street.
Yeah.
So I'm in the 240. And I'm getting gas at the 240 because it's a natural habitat, obviously. And so this kid in an Evo 10 pulls up.
Oh God,
and he's like, "Hey, dude, you want to run?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's a KA. You don't want to mess with it." and he goes, "Oh man, I had like 470 wheel. I wanted to play with you." I was like, But then a subscriber pulled in right after in a vet. And was like, "Oh, dude, that's the 2JZ car." I was like,
"You ruined it."
But no, I had people, I had house guests, so I had to come right back to the house. But I was just
told David you should have run them for money. You should have seriously just been like, "Oh, you put like $50 on the race. Screw it." It had been the easiest $50 you've ever made.
Unless you spin.
I actually don't that much.
Really? That's all. That's what my car does. Like when I put it on 17 pounds,
I'm on 20.
It's just like, really.
No. And it's very loud alignment next to it in your Corvette. racing on the interstate that no one else got to see.
I don't know
Mexico.
I know what you're talking about, Dan.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Dustin Walter. Would be awesome to see a Carlisle import in Performance Nationals this year. That'd be really cool to go to, actually. If I get my 240 up there, that'd be cool. I have, by the way, I have these really cheap tires on there. They're like Nexon, I think they're called.
Oh, Nexons, dude, or Nexons, whatever.
Something
I had those on the Corvette when I first got it. So they had put those in the front.
Yeah, dude, they work.
I was like,
they hook up. But you know what the greatest part is when you brake boost, like, oh, you saw that, Dan. Remember I brake boosted in front of you?
Yes,
Dude,
I was there for that.
Rolls like it's just like block lines.
God, dude, that thing sounds so insane because it sounds so passive when you're.
Yeah, what did it sound like behind it? I don't even know.
It sounded like it sounded like a pissed off car or whatever it was.
Well, like I feel like the Mustang is just like a bully. You know what I mean? It's just loud and brutal, and then
I have a story.
Yeah, and then the 2J is almost like elegant in a way, but violent.
My favorite part about having a loud car is assaulting idiots with it, and I mean that very sincerely because the other day I was coming home from somewhere and this lady cuts across 3 lanes and stops in my lane and I'm going 50 miles an hour and in a 50. I wasn't even speeding. So she comes over and stops dead in my lane to get into the left lane, which is blocked by a bus. So she's about to get hit. She's lucky I saw her because I darted around her at the last second. But I noticed she had all 4 windows open, which is a mistake. If you're going to be a dick, you can't have your windows open because I will rev at you and take your hearing with me. And I did.
Wow. Somebody, I typed it, but somebody said, you want to do something with Randy Popes? And I absolutely would do that again. He's Motor Trend's test driver. The day I got to ride with Randy Popes, I had a fever of like 99 degrees, right? It wasn't that great. I wasn't feeling great, but I was like, I got to do this opportunity. So I went, rode with Randy at Road Atlanta and an aerial Adam, and then I got out of the car with 102 degree fever. So I was like, this is not good. And so Randy Popes gave me a really bad fever, but super nice guy. Unbelievably nice.
Yeah, the Pope's fever.
Guys, if you guys didn't see the video Saturday, I talked about when the 240 is going to be filmed more. So please go check that out.
STI or Evo? Ooh.
Evo.
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 Yes, you do, Dan.
I don't know, dude. I like the STI. I like having
the
things. I like vaping. I fucking like kissing dudes.
I don't. Oh man. No, I have better. Okay, both cars are not that like super reliable when they're modified heavily, but the Evo, I like the power band more. That's just me. I think it's a more thrilling car to drive.
I've never ridden in a super juiced up Evo before, but I've ridden in like an 800 wheel horsepower STI. So that's probably why I'm a little bit more biased. I'm sure if I rode in an 800 horsepower Evo, it'd be a completely different story. But
it's just violent.
Yeah,
it's like you Subarus have this very odd like wastegate flutter when they're built. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah, they do.
I'm like, it sounds like it's.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Sounds really weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. If you go to, I did a blob-eye with like 5. Okay, here's an example.
A what?
5. You know the term blob-eye, bug-eye, hawk.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
I did a blob-eye with 512 horsepower. Guess how much money was in that car?
I don't want to know.
Like 20 grand.
40 grand. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Just to say you have a fast Subaru? Like, don't. There's
Subaru.
Could have bought like two Evos and then like
Yeah.
made them both 500 horsepower.
Yeah, like
and then you could duct him together for 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the car was fun, but it was not worth $40,000. Like, I couldn't do it. Let's see here. Evo versus STI versus Civic Type R. I've never been in the new Civic Type R, so I like to drive one though for sure. What is the best engine to put in a 240SX?
LS.
I like Jay-Z's, but LS is it's more balanced with like an aluminum
yeah.
like LS1, LS2, LS3.
And it's kind of honestly, it's the simpler swap.
Yeah.
You just rip out the.
I don't know the 1J swap we just did in Adam's car was pretty simple.
That was unbelievable though.
if you buy all the right parts, that's what's so nice about like the 240s in general, is just because you could bolt pretty much any of the awesome engines in there, like JZ and LS, and like you can even do like VGs and VQs and all that crazy, like those type of deals in there. But the 240 platform is just nice.
I've seen people do one UZ and they even fit in there. I was like, good God. Let's see here. Review of BRZ FRS 86. I've done 2. I've done a turbo one and a stock one. It always makes me laugh when people they're like, they demand this, and I'm like, I can just send you a link. Control V. Here you go.
Did they feel exactly the same too?
Huh?
Like you
didn't you say they felt like exactly the same?
No. The turbo FRS felt pretty different, but the stock BRZs and FRSs don't do it for me. It makes me sound like a jerk, but they when it comes to the way they drive, I think they're very pretty looking cars. I like how they look. I think you can make them look really good, but that engine is just a dud to me. I understand the mentality. Yeah, it's low horsepower. You can slide. But it's like 90 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel, stock. Miatas have more than that.
I like them with a decent wide body. I hate to say it, but like with the rocket bunnies, they look good.
They look great.
I would hate to get one, put a wide body on, and then be called a gay for it. That's what happens, man. Is like if I hate going with trends, because then you're like, oh, you're generic, and then you go with something else out of the box with like gold wheels, and then everyone's like, oh, you're stupid. There's like no winning in the car culture with certain things.
No, there's not. David, would you push more horsepower in Smurf? Nope. It's fine. I barely get to use it on the street. Like 632 horsepower is a lot. Okay. Let's see here.
Cam swap it, dude.
Oh, hey, David, when are you going to review Trevor's 2JZ 240SX?
Whenever I get out there.
Bro, you should.
I'd have a couple of things for you to review if you came out here.
You should review my Corvette.
If I came back to Georgia. Well, yeah, Mr. I don't do car reviews. He's talking to David.
Let's see here. You should compare the Blue GZ to Calvin Malley's RBS 13. That it would feel very different. Very, very different. Let's see here. I did get my shirt from Loot Crate. Power Rangers, bro. This is my next build. I have as you see, I got my parts list. Let's see. What is it? People still asking about Drift 240. What I said. Kidding. Yeah, just like be patient. Look at my social media. I wrote this giant paragraph about it. I'm gonna answer it one time. I'm doing the entire drift car series off the channel first. I'm gonna film the entire thing at my own pace, and then when the car is done, I'll release all the videos at once.
You should just release it in like one giant video, like a movie.
Nobody's gonna watch a movie.
I would watch it.
You would, but
I watch movies.
Think of the ad revenue. Think of the ad revenue, David.
Or
you could put 20 ads in it. You can make so much money, and that's all we care about as YouTubers. Money.
Yeah, but that doesn't fill in slots to get weeks,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's no point. I mean, I could at the very end stitch them all together and upload it as a movie if people wanted to watch that.
That's what I plan on doing.
That's
stupid.
But
yeah, people think that when people think that I do episodes to stretch stuff out so I get more money, it's not because of that. It's because I'm stretching content out so I don't have to upload a video every
day.
It's like Jesus.
I mean, the YouTube algorithm now is absolutely brutal. I mean, it favors daily videos and it favors long daily videos. But in return, that usually means content isn't as good. But if people dislike consistent content, but
yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that whole logarithm thing. Because I kind of want to do daily-ish stuff.
Okay, this is my
I don't want to put out
aspect.
Like poo.
Daily vlogging, although I do daily videos every now and then, but daily vlogging is no way to live your life.
Nope.
You have to make time for good people in your life instead of just having the camera all the time. You should have healthy social interactions without a camera, because it drives people crazy. I've met some of the biggest daily vloggers in the world, and they are just like bags under their eyes, always wired and pressured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's just too much. It's too much. Like, and I know I'm a much happier person not daily vlogging.
Yeah.
I just feel too. I mean, when I first started this channel, I did daily vlogs for I think 2 weeks, and I was like, nope. I was like, this is too, and I cared about it. I had my tripod and slider and shots, and like, I took my time with it, but then I'd be up till 4 a.m.
Like editing and then being all stressed out because you didn't like what you put out.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep, edit, repeat.
No, I remember hearing, I'm not going to name who it was, but he's a huge vlogger.
I know you're talking about you already. I know.
Yeah, and his schedule is he wakes up at 11 a.m., films all day, and then edits, then goes to uploads and goes to sleep at 3:30 a.m. every night. Like, I just no, can't do that.
Yeah.
But oh man, geez, it's not. By the way, it's not TJ, and it's not Adam either. But Adam does the same thing basically. He stays up pretty late.
Yeah.
David doesn't want to say his name,
Yeah,
but I'll say it if you DM me with $5. I'll say it there.
Engineering Explained doesn't do daily vlogging.
Engineered Explained is a pretty cool guy.
I love Jason. He's awesome.
From
He's
what I
super
saw, I didn't know about his channel before I saw him on H3H3, and then after I saw him on H3, it was no, not H3H3. Was it H3H3 or was it iDubbbz? I don't remember. I saw him on one of those channels, and ever since then, I've been keeping up with his stuff. I'm like, this is good shit.
Yeah. No, he's very intelligent, very nice guy. I met him at the Michelin thing. Oh wow, I forgot it's still daylight out there in Colorado.
Yeah, in Colorado it is.
Who looks more clean shaved, me or him?
I think they're talking about me because I've had a beard for
Yeah, I
so
about to
long.
say, like, I look like a 12-year-old either way.
I time travel when I shave for sure.
Yeah, no, David, you must not be very stressed out because you have your
No, dude.
face
Okay, you want to
shaved.
know why my face is shaved? It's because I tried buzzing it and like trimming it, and I went and like had this big stripe, and I was like, well, that game plan's over, and I just
You're like, uh-oh.
yeah.
They should turn into his design, just like worked it in.
Yeah, TDIB.
Should have just did your channel URL in your beard.
YouTube.com/DS.
This is actually a good question. What do you guys think about the VW GTIs in general? I personally think the Mark 7 GTI, the newest one, is an awesome car. I drove an APR one, and it was ridiculous. Really fast car. Not like mind-blowingly fast, but I did this back road with it, and it was one of the fastest I've ever scaled the back road, and it was awesome. I think it was way better than the Mark 6, in my opinion.
I think they had a really cool marketing campaign, but I've always felt like they were hipster vehicles.
Yeah, I understand that.
They're the ones that always come with like.
Only upcoming project is my drift car, but that's going to be off camera for a while.
They always have like plaid seating and vape holsters. I mean, it's ridiculous the type of stuff that they put into those cars. I think they're cool. David, is it hard liking every vehicle you've ever driven?
I've liked most that I've driven.
I hate that's one thing that I've run into with any sort of motorcycle review I do. It's hard for me not to have fun on a motorcycle.
Well, because, okay, first of all, Flippy, thank you very much. Felipe, I'm sorry.
Flippy!
How'd you like that, Flippy?
We got a
PewDiePie thing.
we got a PewDiePie.
How do you
reference.
like that, Slippy?
That's cute. I can't do it.
Somebody said,
Masturbating.
will the Blue 40 make crazy horsepower? It already made crazy horsepower. I'm perfectly happy with it.
Anywhere like once you hit that 500 wheel horsepower mark, I think that's a really good amount of power to have.
For the street, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially
But what do you
the
think
240.
about? What do you think about the 2017 Civic Type R?
Yes.
What do you think about the looks of it? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes,
I like it.
I would like to drive one. But I think it looks cool.
wanna drive one too.
I've sat in one. It's nice interior, really nice interior.
It's just so out there for Honda. You know, Honda's played
It's
it
about
safe.
damn time.
Yeah, like Honda's
To
played
make
it safe for the past 8
turbo
years.
Honda factory, like, hello,
Like
like
they've played it so safe for the past like 8 years, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, dude, well, here's a Civic with like a bunch of horsepower.
yeah,
It's got a
they needed it. They really needed it. I mean, especially with the hot hatch thing just on fire right now.
Yes,
So I think they did it the perfect time.
and
David,
it's a good response to the Focus RS.
It is.
I think it's a good. Those two cars in general, I think would make.
Had I not done my 240SX, I would have tried to get a Focus RS because I love that car so much. All right, so this says, wait, somebody had a really good. Your second channel was the best choice you ever made. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, here we go, Trevor. Would you rather have a KAT? Let's just say it never breaks or whatever, or an SR.
A KT that never breaks.
Me too. They
don't have rocker arms.
No, like
that break off.
Okay, I'll say this. Let me see. I just blew up my blah by WRX. What should I do? Get help and have AAA. And
fix it, sell it, buy an Evo.
LS swap.
You know, I'll support both those decisions by Trevor. And this is my my board. Our board has reached a decision. Okay, so
quiet in the court. We've all settled on LS swap. Continue.
Oh man. So okay. So what was I talking about? Crap. No. Oh, KAT. Sorry. I reviewed an S14 with a KAT in it. That was and I went into the review going, it's not going to be as fun as the SR, but that's okay. I went in loving that car afterwards, or I went out. I couldn't believe how much I almost bought it from him. Because it was for sale at the time. This was in 2015. It's a blue S14 with a kooky. It was a true kooky. And it was so torquey. You know, it hit so hard at the bottom. And the SR is kind of this waiting game in a way.
Yeah, they do have a lot more torque than the SRs.
Yeah. 2JZ versus RB. 2J.
You could get parts for 2Js. You can't get parts for RBs.
I can go to AutoZone and get a water pump for a 2J. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Twin turbos or single turbos? I will tell you right now, you should get a single turbo.
Definitely.
Practicality standpoint, single turbo, but nothing beats twin turbskis if they're done right. It's just.
I will say the Helion kits on the Mustangs are dope. The Helion twin. Okay, put it this way. Did I tell you about the Mustang they had at Injected, Dan? It was like bone stock Helion twin turbo kit and fuel system in the 85. It made like $970.
Jesus.
I'm just like, okay. We live in a world like that.
Okay.
David, did you install the 302 manifold yourself? Do I need the install kit? Well, the 302 manifold I did myself with a friend named Matt. I think I ended up just getting hose from the store, if I remember right. But the install kit is helpful for sure. That was a lot. Will you get another project car? No, I got to finish my S13 coupe first.
Pro Charger or turbo?
That is a project car.
Yeah, I know. Like
secret project car.
My secret project car. Let's see here. Mustang versus 240 Smurf. I think they'd be about the same. That's my opinion.
I don't know, man. I think that 240 might pull.
The Mustang in the top end, though, I'm telling you, is ridiculous.
The thing is that their torque numbers are really similar, right?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, you're talking about 140 horsepower difference when their torque is very similar.
But I can also shift a lot faster in the Mustang.
Oh yeah, because you have to freaking.
I have to wait a beat.
He's over here with the freaking shifter in the 240's like. Second.
Let's see here.
Someone asked turbos or turbo or Pro Charger. I want to hear your opinions on that.
Daily driving Pro Charger.
I think for the simplicity of it, a Pro Charger is hard to beat.
You bolt it on, you can drive away.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You forget.
It has
it's
a box,
fire and forget.
Box tune is fine for a long time. I went on 3 road trips with the box tune on it, so it was fine, and I was beating on it.
I like the turbo sounds.
Yeah, I understand that though.
The sounds of the turbo.
What would you pay for a clean bone stock, no rust manual 240 SX?
$7.
Depends on what year it is.
Let's say S13.
Does it already have the LS motor in it?
No. What do you think, Trev? $4,000?
I don't know. If it was like super, super clean, it like 3 to 4-ish.
I'd say
It
3
also
to
kind of
4.
depends on like the year of it too, because if it's like a single cam K versus like a dual cam, but if it was like a 97, 98 like Kooky,
people are
you
getting
know,
like
then
10 grand for those.
It also depends on what you're gonna do with it. If you're gonna bang it against walls while trying to drift with it, then like $3,000.
Buy a shell and put an LS in it.
Yeah,
Or JZ.
I honestly, what I would probably do if I could just buy one and have it sit around, I would spend about $4,000 on it, let it sit for about 4 years, and then crack it out and try to sell it for more.
Okay, here's a good one. Do you like the Mitsubishi Eclipse? I like the first gen and the second gen, but nothing else after that. That's my personal opinion. I think they're way more motorsport endorsed with those. I actually wanted a first car. My first car, I wanted to be a DSM, but I couldn't find one that was running well. And I'm not mechanically experienced on that level. Most of the time, the motor was blown. But if I had Trevor's brain, to be, yeah, I'll buy it.
Dude, first gens to me always looked like Lotuses. I don't know why. The first gens, I really liked them.
So Xander says, would you review a VW Scirocco? I would absolutely review a Scirocco. I've never been in one. So, by the way, Dan, look who's here. Gears and Gasoline, who did our little documentaries.
Oh, is it Ben or Ben?
Thank you, Nolan. That was awesome of you. So I'll go back to what I was saying. The Scirocco, I think is an interesting car. I think it's the most like the modern Scirocco, super aggressive looking. Have you ever seen those? Like they don't have them in the States. They're only in Europe, I think. Don't quote me.
I don't even.
It's a cool looking car.
I don't even know what it is.
It has this kind of. It's a hatch kind of.
Oh, that's the one that looks kind of like the Toyota T whatever, like the weeaboo car.
Just type it in Google. There you go.
Yeah.
SC300 versus IS300. That's a tough one.
That'd be like an IS300 is like a really nice daily.
Yeah, SC300. I probably get SC actually.
Yeah, those are the ones
I like
that look like the AE86s.
Kind of, sorta. IS300 is a Lexus. It is the Altezza. It was the Altezza in Japan, which looks way better, by the way. But I like the look of the SC300 a lot. It's like a whale. I love like the Origin kitted out ones that make it look really clean. Okay. Do you think they should discontinue the Viper? I don't want them to, but I understand why they need to.
What was their reasoning? I didn't hear
bad sales.
That's it.
Again. Yeah.
Jesus. I don't understand how it has bad sales.
I don't know, man.
It's completely affordable comparative to the other supercars that you can buy. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Did you go to Kevin Exotics today? I actually did not. I was editing. How much is an S12 worth? Those are becoming collector. Yeah, not really, but I think one day they'll be a collector car if it's just like stock. And
my buddy had one and had like a CA18, like DET in it, and it was the biggest pain in the butt ever.
I believe it.
And like the suspension doesn't work, and you got to convert everything to S13, but then it still doesn't kind of work.
So Mr. Pancake says here, hey David, I have a 15 Charger SE all-wheel drive. I think that's cool. I plan on doing some cosmetic work, but I'll be keeping the drivetrain stock until my warranty is up. If I drove it down from New York to Georgia, would you want to review it? Absolutely. That'd be sweet. All-wheel drive Charger. I always forget that existed. So send me an email at thatdudeinblue@gmail.com, and I'll make sure to put you in my like reserved box. I have separate folders in my email, so I'll say like out of state and Georgia and stuff like that. So I'll make sure to put you in there. Thank you very much. We'll move on. Thank you, Zane. That was awesome. Okay.
You know what's cooler than the Eclipse? The GT3000.
What's the GT3? Oh, you do mean 3000 GT?
3000 GT.
Whatever. But yeah,
I love that car.
I've always loved those.
They're super, super unreliable, but I love those cars.
There's a VR4 one of those sitting outside of my shop right now.
I wonder why. Okay.
That has a rod knock.
Do you like rotary engines? We can go about this all day long. I recently drove an RX-8. It's not out yet. The RX-8 is a completely different car, really, from the other rotaries. I've had several friends with the RX-8's flood because it's an RX-8, but when they do work, they're awesome. I really enjoy rotary engines. I enjoy driving rotary engines, but I do not have the patience to maintenance them, if that makes sense. What do you think, Trevor, from a mechanical standpoint?
Oh, like rotaries?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the good, like when they're good, but when they're like bad, then they just catch on fire.
Devin asks, love the videos, David. Keep up the good work. Would you ever own a Nissan Z car, whether it be old or new? I would own a 280Z if I had to pick a Z. That's what I would get. In the California reviews, that was probably my favorite car I drove the entire time. It was a stock motor, cammed out one. It was not fast, but man, it sounded so good going through those canyons. And I remember, do you remember the Sun Kang RB naturally aspirated car he did?
Yeah.
With ITBs. And I remember when he did that, I was like, why would you do that? Like, why would you take the turbos off? And then I drove in the canyons and then in A1, and I was like, I get it. I get it. You know,
I understand.
Yeah, Z31.
It sounded so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, because you guys are chill and you have joined the stream, I will let you know that I filmed it, not out yet, RB26, Borg Warner Turbo, 300ZX Z32. And it was pretty unbelievable. It made 500 something to the tire, low 500s, and it was geared for runway. So it was a rocket, but the lag was atrocious. Big turbo on it.
Z32s always have like such a cool look. It felt way more futuristic than it needed to be. The way it looked, the design.
Have you ever sat in one with the pods? It has your
never
climate control. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I've never sat in one that didn't have like completely thrashed interior.
Yeah.
Like everything's falling apart, dashes are cracked.
GT350 or GT500, all around better cars, the GT350. It's more balanced. It revs to 8250 RPM, which, you know what I've noticed, guys, that not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know that the new Shelby's flat plane crank and all that. They just assumed it was another blower car. And I was like, oh no, that's a bummer. But I will say that as a platform, I would buy the GT350 because of this fact I'm about to tell you. The twin turbo one that I drove on 8 pounds of boost on the 85 made 850 wheel horsepower.
Dang.
It was unfreaking believable. So yeah, there you go. Let's see here. 40,000 miles Z32. That's cool.
Some guy just said that like people want the Z32s for their parts in like the 240SX scene.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised that there's enough of them based on how many like brake swaps are on 240s. Like everybody with a 240 has 300ZX brakes on it.
Yeah.
Like Z30, you're like, did they make enough of those cars?
I know.
Like, and where are they all at now? Just like sitting everywhere with no brakes, or are they just like gone, like crushed? And
we don't think it's like an aftermarket kit. You can just buy like OEM parts online.
No, they're all like OEM, like Nissan brakes and stuff. They do make like aftermarket ones now. I think like PBM is coming out with their own kit, but
well, I mean, like you can still order OEM parts from like, let's say, the factory. So you don't think that people just bought a bunch of those up back in the day?
Somebody
asked, replacements.
What other car would you 2J? And actually, Dan, I would 2J 3000 GT if I could.
Really?
Because I feel the sound fits the character of that car. I don't know. It has that long, sleek, almost like a Supra. You know,
it's like that mixture, like an NSX and a Supra. It's got a really cool.
That'd be really cool to have a more reliable engine in it.
Have you seen the? It's almost like a Supra headlight swap, like a Supra. It almost looks like a Supra front end kit for the GT 3000 or the 3000 GT. It looks.
No, bananas. I haven't seen it.
It's like a weird mix. It's like a special key you can get. It's like a weird mixture between like a Supra and a S2000, and it's like such a cool look to it. I love it.
Yeah.
They're like the fixie headlights. They don't.
Up. I don't know what that means, but sorry. I'm sure you meant UK or something. I might be wrong, but they say we use R35 brakes. I've never thought about that. Is that a direct fit?
More than likely.
R35 brakes on a 240?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you could do that, but it would.
Yeah. A lot of people are going CTS.
Just go full
thing.
carbon ceramics, dude.
CTSV.
I want to put CTSV brakes on my Saab.
I want to put CTSV on brakes on my fucking car, my Corvette.
They just look so pretty.
R34 S15.
R34.
Yeah, R34. And that's
Too
like
fast.
that's not me being like a fanboy, you
Too
know.
furious. Too
I
fast.
just if you drive in even an R33 and then you get in a 240, you see where Nissan put their money. You know, like it feels like there's no creaks and rattles in a Skyline in comparison usually. But I mean, my 240 is really not that bad when it comes to that, and it has like 250,000 miles on the body, something crazy. Anyway,
you put Lambo doors on the 240, dude.
watch me, bro.
David,
the VW Corrado G60 to me is the Nissan 240SX to you. Should I do the build, not bot route, or buy a clean one? What do you think, guys? I'm starting to lean towards just buy a clean one.
Yes.
Make your life easier, but that's just me.
Is it raining?
I don't know. Is it raining? And by the way, thank you for $1.
It's not raining here.
Yeah, it just started raining. It started pouring down rain. I say go the cleaner route. I've learned, especially with motorcycles and anything that I've bought in the past, like 5 years, go the clean route and then slowly swap stuff over as you go if you want to change things. There's nothing cooler than watching basically a factory clean car become something ridiculous if done right.
The Boston car meet, actually, when I advertise for it, has the date on it. So if you want to go to my social media and my videos, it's on the 28th of May. Let's see here. David, do you have the chance to own a classic car? What would it be? That's really hard for me. I might cop out. Just one. I might cop out and say like an Eleanor. You know, like I don't know. I don't know. Like that came in my mind first.
Yeah, I can see that.
With a Coyote or GT500 motor in it. 5.8.
72 Camaro. That's my favorite gear. But LS7 swap and it re-interior.
I love the LS7. And thank you, Nolan Gibbons. That was very nice of you.
I don't want to talk about the LS7. It's God's little crack house motor.
LS7's dope.
It's like God was in the shed in the back of his house smoking crack and was like, I'm going to make it 7 liters, but it's going to make tons of power. But the exhaust valves are going to randomly drop in a couple of them. No big deal. Whatever. And we won't cover that under factory.
Jeez, dude.
But, yeah, that's the only problem.
Hey, Dan, what was your first car?
I had a 99 Toyota Tacoma.
That's actually pretty nice. So I kind of wanted to touch on just a topic real quick, like that you guys were talking about earlier, and then I'm gonna eat. My girlfriend brought me dinner.
Oh yeah, no,
but
I'm gonna go eat my girlfriend. That's what
No, but how you were talking about like appreciating cars or like appreciating bikes. I think like my first car was like a 98 like Chevy Cavalier, like with like the 2.2 liter with like the 3-speed automatic that was like 0 to 60 in like 20 seconds.
Eventually. And
so like everything that I get in now, I just appreciate. Like even if it's like a 99 Toyota Camry, I'm like, oh, this thing has like a nicer radiator. It has
I
a
do the
4-speed
exact
transmission.
same thing. Exact same thing.
I just like cars in general.
I just like cars. And that's why Dan said earlier, if you've ever been in a car you haven't liked during the review, and most of the time, if I say something negative, I say, but here's probably the reason why it's negative. You know,
yeah,
it's hard for me to be like, I hate it. But somebody asked, I promise we'll go right back to what you're saying, but somebody sent a super chat. So, what is the most unique engine swap you've ever heard of?
Do you bring us cookies?
The most unique engine swap?
Yeah.
There's a guy with, you guys aren't going to like this because I'm Mr. Saab man over here.
Oh,
but,
no.
they swapped a Viper V10 and a Saab wagon, and then they drifted it like somewhere in another country. But I think before that, it had actually like a 5-cylinder Volvo engine in it. And they converted it to rear-wheel drive.
That's cool. Mine would have to be
really cool.
Okay. So I'm literally about to blow everyone's mind with a video coming out in May, and this is the most unique engine swap I've ever seen. It was I drove it on a runway, so I didn't kill myself because of the weight distribution. But it was a first gen Honda Insight
2 months. 2 months.
with a Subaru SVX motor, flat 6 in the back, and the transmission flipped reversed. And so I have that coming out in May, and it was so loud. It had no windshield. I had to wear a helmet. It was chaotic. I mean, it was so loud in there that I had to talk about the car outside the car first. Like I had to literally go, here's everything, then we'll get in the car and then we'll drive it. I mean, it used Crown Vic suspension. It used Hayabusa coilovers. It used they had a very limited budget.
Hayabusa coilovers.
Yeah, it's Georgia Tech's project. It was incredible.
I say the coolest one I saw is probably going to be lame for most people, but I saw a D4 diesel Toyota swap from, I believe they put that in the Helix, and they did that swap into a Tacoma, and I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just thought it was cool. I've always liked the Tacoma platform, but having a diesel motor with all the torque I always thought was neat as shit. So to see that swap was really cool.
Sony asked, one of your older live streams, I have a video about the Chevy SS coming out next month. Yes, I do. Trevor, we're not holding you up, are we?
No, I was going to leave here in a second.
Okay. And
I was going to leave you guys.
Would you, are you going to have a closing statement?
A closing statement. Just, I don't know when the Super is going to be done. That's my closing statement. Maybe part 1000 I'll actually paint it.
Part 1000.
But yeah, when I definitely think you need to come out here to Colorado, David.
Oh yeah,
I
really want to. And then other than that, how can
finish like my Supra or my Datsun and my drift car.
Sick. All right, so how can people find you?
My channel is Motion Auto TV on YouTube. I have like 100 and some thousand subscribers right now. I make automotive YouTube videos that are like more so technical, kind of. Yeah. And I'm currently like restoring a Supra. From
put it this way.
Kind of a barn find.
If I were to say Trevor's channel in like a few lines, it would be, does really clean builds on a budget, which don't add up like ever. I would say you do some of the best work for less money than a lot of people. Yeah. You know, and they always come out pretty cool. The Turbo Crown Vic and everything else. Yeah. But yeah, but thanks for showing up to this stream. It was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. If I got some time later, I'm gonna film some stuff with that Crown Vic because I just got the turbo to make noises again. And
I got the turbo to make noises.
Film some of that. I'm gonna film some of that stuff. But if you guys are still on here in a little bit, maybe I'll hop back on. But
go do your thing,
thanks
man.
for having me.
No worries.
And,
next time.
Catch you guys later.
Later, man.
All right. Bye.
Later, buddy.
Bye. Okay, so VA car guy, ish the VA car guy. David, what do you think about this for a project car if I did this to my car? 2005 Chevy Impala with a RB26 motor and 6-speed converted to all-wheel drive, or should I just build the stock motor in the Impala? I would not build the stock motor in the Impala personally, but that would be a very difficult swap. That would be custom wiring. It'd be custom motor mounts, probably custom subframes. So you have to take all this into account. But we live in a car world where we do what we want, no matter how much money and time it takes sometimes. If it's what you're passionate about and it's what you want to do, go for it. But it's going to be very difficult. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's just gonna fit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give bad advice. You know,
Just make your own 6-rotor, dude. Go for it. That's how you need to do it. 6-rotor.
6-rotor. Man.
Have you seen that 6-rotor M6?
Yes.
That thing's awesome.
It's
I
ridiculous.
mean, it doesn't really do anything, but it's cool.
No, I think at 9:30 we'll end. Does that sound good, Dan?
Yeah, sure. I was gonna have to go
Perfect.
soon anyway, so really,
9:30 solid. You good with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll get some newer questions in. We're getting a lot of the same question. Nothing personal, but we.
David, what is the best starter car?
Miata. Like,
Right.
like it's almost in like it's engraved. Like it handles good, has 50-50 weight distribution. You can learn how to work on cars on it. It's super cheap. You can buy it with a piggy bank and you can track it.
Holy crap! I never expected Miata to come out of that mouth like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. I just noticed it's 3:10 a.m. here. Well, you're just about it. So thank you, sir, for staying with us. Excuse me. Okay, if you're not gonna drive me, buy an S2000 because they're awesome too. If you want a roadster,
I like
if you go in 85 in your cars, I might go 85 in the 240 later, but right now it's perfect. Like I love how my 240 drives. You can ask Dan. I absolutely love driving that car. It's fun and it's reliable. Knock on everything.
If the Corvette wasn't my daily driver, I'd consider it, and it's not because it's just the availability. That's my only concern.
Yeah, definitely. It's like Honda Beat or MX-5. Honda Beat actually snap timing belts a lot. They're really awesome cars, but the MX-5 is a more dailyable car if that's your goal. But if you want something wacky, the Honda Beat, it's cool.
I like the MX-5.
What's it like daily driving Mustang? Normal. It's very simple as long as you don't have a heavy foot and don't crash into people.
Is that meme still a thing? Is that still a thing?
Like, my friend CJ today, I was talking to him. He was like, oh, yeah, I forgot those were supposed to be funny when he saw one today. It's just like, okay, I'm tired of seeing those.
It's like you can only beat a dead horse for so long.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
Well, I was getting, I kid you not, when that was a meme, I was getting tagged in it hundreds of times a day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I got it.
I get tagged in the dad jeans
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
You've seen the Corvette owner apparel, and it's like some guy wearing jorts and pulled up socks. I'm like, if that's the worst, I'll take it.
Thank you, K-Dubs, for doing that. That really is awesome of you. He got one of my key tags.
Wait, K-Dubs 50?
Yeah.
Where's he at?
No, K-Dubs plays. That's his name. Excuse me. David,
like,
I just bought a Smiles per Gallon t-shirt and key tag. What do I win at life now? Yes, you win at life. Thank you so much. I just bowed to my senpai. I'm here instead of studying AP. No, rats. Dude.
Stop it.
Thank you for the super chat. But go study.
Yeah, go study.
I'm going to be that dad and be like, son.
You can always watch the live
study.
stream later.
That's this is DVR'd, so it does come up on the channel.
TiVo'd.
Yeah, TiVo'd. Oh, TiVo.
God.
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh my God. I still see Harambe memes every now and then. Yeah, that's still a thing.
I can't believe the Harambe. My roommate, his name is Jeremy, but I don't remember how we came up with this, but his nickname is Jarambe.
Wow.
Because he kind of looks like a gorilla. He's just a big guy. Like he's big.
I'm gonna finish this Skittle and just let that soak in.
A single Skittle. Yes. I'm watching this video right now of them making crazy looking candles.
What?
And they dip the candles in wax over and over again, different colors, and then they cut it and then shape it. It's crazy looking.
Ray G Man, unsub if you want. We don't really care. It's just how the internet is. It's fine.
What did he say?
He just said unsub. I was like,
unsub. Yeah, cringe.
Yeah, cringe. What's your favorite skateboard? Oh. Dan, did you ever skateboard?
I like tech decks. Those are my. No, I never see. We've had this conversation like 10 times.
We have, yeah.
Where it's like, I'm teaching you how to ride a bike. You're gonna teach me how to skateboard.
That's right. Previous experiences prove tat cramming is useless. That. tat cramming. No, and cramming is not okay. I could say that studies say that cramming is bad, but you still need to study because everything that you study the night before soaks in way better after you get a night's sleep. I used to study really late at night and go to sleep, and I had it locked in, so I was good when I was in college. All right.
Yeah, but
on the 74, 78 Mustang. Is that Mustang 2?
My degree is only available because I crammed.
Is it possible to have a reliable 400 to 500 horsepower SR? I've only known of one. That was my friend James. He owns the Jasmine Evo. He had an SR with 508 wheel or something like that, and it was pretty reliable. But other than that, personally, I haven't heard that many experiences with it. But that's just me. Even if it comes to like little tiny issues. Oh, you what? Okay, I will. DC4. I'll do that for you. No problem. I'm there all the time. So the 1UZ motor. Do you know anything about that, Dan? It's the V8 Lexus engine.
4.
It was in the AS. It's in the SC 400.
Yeah, it's like a 4 point something liter. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know anything about it personally, but
yeah. They sound good. They sound American.
I don't know if you know this, but it's not an LS, so.
So, all right, let's see here. Somebody asked something that was good. Give me a second. What are some? He said, "I love the Civic Si." I'm like, oh, then get the Civic Si. It's a great first car. And it's enough to have fun with and learn how to do stick shift and bang gears and all that stuff. David, would you ever 1UZ swap 240? Yeah, it was in my area for sure. Okay, I'm gonna give my voice a break for a second because I was reading comments really fast. Dude, I'm back in the day when I would have like, I remember some of my first live streams ever, I have only like maybe 30 viewers. So I remembered trying to read every single one and answer it, and my voice would be gone by the first hour. And I was like, I'm dying. So it's always better to kind of moderate. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's always better to moderate. Let's see.
I do Twitch a lot, so it's really hard to.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to.
I used to do Twitch. I used to do Twitch all the time, but do you have a partnership with Twitch, Dan?
Yeah.
They never gave me one. I applied for years, and I was getting steady viewership, and I met all the requirements, but they always denied me, so I just gave up on it.
I need to do it more. I haven't streamed in what feels like forever.
Yeah. No, Twitch is sweet though, but I just couldn't get that locked in. I applied and applied and applied. So
I think it's become easier over the years too. You know, it used to be one of those things that.
Well, this is only like a year ago. You know, so I don't know.
I think that's when I got mine. Is I also connected mine directly to my YouTube account too, so that was a big factor in helping me get.
Yeah, I can't remember if I directly connected, but I put my link in my YouTube and everything in the application, so that might be why.
That's strange.
Yeah, you know, no hard feelings because the YouTube live stream now is pretty sick. I actually like it a lot. But I used to do it. Well, I used to play Twitch while playing Forza. That was like what he did, and because car stuff, Twitch, it went really well. It was cool because people would ask me, you know, they would, hey, can you drive this car? Can you drive this car in the game? And I would just do it. It was fun.
One of my most successful Twitch streams ever was the most ridiculous one. It's where I was breaking down the Harley. I took the bike that I have in the garage now and live streamed the whole dismantle of it. It took maybe 3 hours, but I had a consistent like 500 plus viewers on that the whole time. And I was like, dang, I never get that on Twitch.
So Twitch I thought it was only like, can you stream without gaming something?
Now you can. It didn't used to be like that.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have these things like IRL and creative streams. So you can do those streams and it doesn't have to be gaming. But
And
up
it's
until
like,
like last year, it was nothing but gaming.
yeah, because I think that's where I was having difficulties getting the subscription.
Yeah, and I'm a huge gamer nerd. So
Same here. I like if I'm not.
you play Xbox. I don't want to hear it. You have like Xbox and
I don't
PlayStation.
care.
You freaking console pleb. You gotta get that PC Master Race, bro.
No,
Yes.
it's way easier on console half the time.
Yeah, you know what else is easier?
Who is in my house? My girlfriend who lives with me.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
tell her
Dan.
today.
Yeah. Which,
Tell her
by the
today.
way, Dan was like the second time we ever hung out. You're like, so when's she moving in?
And he's like, tomorrow? I was like, yes. Y'all are adorable. I hate it. I hate how disgustingly adorable you guys are. When we went to this bowling thing with David and Alejandro, and it's just like I don't think it was for my birthday. I think you guys were doing it anyway, but it just happened to be on my birthday.
No, it was
yeah.
for your birthday.
Oh, whatever. But we were heading towards it, and I was like so ready to sleep in all day. And he's like, "Hey, we're going bowling." I was like, oh, "All right." And so we're on the way there, and just watching them two interact as like a couple is disgustingly cute. It made me want to put a gun in my head. I'm like, stop being so cute.
Hey, by the way, do you hear what he's saying? No. Here, come find out.
No.
Dan. Wait, Dan. Come. No. Come on.
David's gay. David's gay. Oh, he can't see. David can't see what I'm saying. David's so gay.
I hear you too, jerk.
No, I was just talking about how cute you guys are as a couple, and it pisses me off. Y'all are so fucking adorable, and you're like, look how cute we are, and I'm like, stop it. And they're nice people. I made that video about Officer 401 on my YouTube channel, like exposing Officer 401, and everyone liked that. So I want to do one about you. It's like exposing that dude in blue.
Exposing that dude in blue. Here.
Yeah, I want to make one called exposing that dude in blue, where I just talk about how nice you are.
Oh, I know. So terrible.
Dude, the first time I met you, I was like, why are you so nice, huh? You want my blood? What's wrong with you?
That's exactly what I wanted, obviously.
Dan, I have a mattress. It's right there.
Dan,
it's right there.
Yeah, is that what you're gonna title that first video when you met me?
Something like that, like something like exposing that dude in blue, or like that dude in blue, the truth about him.
Be about it. You won't. Hashtag YouTube drama.
Yeah, but I just want I like it because I get to talk about how nice you guys are.
You're on the wrong side.
Yeah, I feel that. Why you do this?
Why you do this?
No, you're not.
No.
He's not sorry, even a little bit.
So anyway, exposed. Do it with Dan.
I don't know why. I just had this weird urge to order a pizza.
That sounds amazing right now.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I think I'm gonna do that. I haven't had pizza in forever.
Okay.
Fastlane Productions, anything for views. I'm a YouTuber. I live for YouTube views.
That's exactly what you live for, Dan. That's all that matters.
How am I supposed to get money if I don't get likes?
You know they did research on likes on your video does nothing to your algorithm.
Dislikes actually I think help more because it creates
something out there. Yeah. Like the Infinite Warfare trailer with 3.5 million dislikes.
I was just looking at the other day. It's the second most disliked video on YouTube, I think, right now. Minus Baby.
Friday or Baby. Yeah. Do you remember Friday?
Yeah.
Gotta get down on Friday.
Friday. Gotta get down Friday.
Dan
Which
eats pizza. Live stream.
It's Friday. Oh, sweet. You can just yeah, I'm ordering a pizza right now online. This is how my night's going. I've been really good on this diet, and the past 3 days have been terrible, so I'm just gonna fully commit.
Hey, Nick. Happy birthday, Nick. My birthday is tomorrow. Can I get a happy birthday?
Your birthday's tomorrow?
Yeah. How old are you gonna
Nick?
be? Type in the comment section.
I bet he's gonna be 19.
Please dislike, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Dear Falcon lovers.
What do you mean lonely driver? What does that mean?
Oh, it's like a new nickname for if you're a single car guy. It's like
if I don't have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have I'm single as hell.
I was lonely driver forever, so it's okay.
Swipe right on my Tinder profile.
Oh,
Actually, I don't have Tinder.
swipe right.
No, I've decided that I just kind of want to stay single for a while. Although I guess I should. I don't want to talk about this. And yeah, fuck it. I've been talking
birthday beauty.
a lot about one of my ex-girlfriends lately, Laura. I don't know. I'm thinking about her a lot.
Thank you, Zion. Yeah, you did, and but it sounds like your relationships are stable overall, and you have mutual ends.
Yeah, that's that. Every relationship that I've had in the past 5 years, which has been 4, has ended on a positive note,
which is good. All right, so wait.
Did we find out how old he was going to be?
I didn't see it. Wait.
Oh, Jackson's over here. He's being a dog. Let's see. Jackson, stop sleeping and come here and let people see how adorable you are.
Thank you for liking my shirt.
Up. Come here. Up. You haven't met my dog yet.
Dan's YouTube channel is called
That Dude and David.
That is not it. Even
Let's
though you
do it, Dan.
said that on video before. It's Do It With Dan.
Look, this is a dog. He is a dog.
Oh, it's a dog.
He's such a dog. He was sleeping until you made me get him up.
I knew it. I
want
freaking
you-
knew it. I heard Alejandro go, ah!
Ah! Look at him. You made me wake him up because you wanted to see him. Look how upset he looks. It's okay. He's going to get a piece of pizza tonight. So,
Oh, yeah.
so he's not upset.
Do it, Dan. You should definitely do Adventure Drive one year for sure.
What's Adventure Drive?
It's the most epic road trip you ever do.
Is it anything like the rallies, like the gumball
No.
rallies? Oh.
It's way more chill with people that aren't trying to prove something.
Oh, perfect.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no.
Like think of like me, you, and close friends. Like that's what it's like.
I can get behind that 100%.
Yeah, it's like I did other rallies, and Rally North America is the best budget rally if that's what you want to do. Corsa Rally is a little bit more pricey, but there's a very like different demographic overall. But I felt a little out of place in comparison.
You know what? I'm right there with you, Joe Parente.
Oh wow,
That was a good video.
thanks, man.
A good video.
Yeah, you
I
know
like
they got
that video.
demonetized.
Yeah, mine did too. My video about suicide got demonetized.
But that was the one. My suicide, like, it's unbelievable. Like, I understand that if you have that in the title, that the algorithm goes no. But it's like, man, like you're just trying to tell a story, but not. And honestly, I'm gonna leave that video up forever because I've gotten so many positive messages saying thank you so much for doing that, and it was awesome. David, can you please tag me in the photo you posted on IG of the chat? My IG is in a dip. Got it. Okay.
I definitely want wings too. Damn it.
You don't get them wings, boy.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I've been so bad about some chicken wings lately. What about you, David? What if you had to eat one food for the rest
Pizza.
of your life? Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I shut
No,
down.
I literally have never gotten sick of pizza. But I always I call it the trifecta: chicken, pizza, and steak. That's like, I'm a carnivore. Pretty
SPC,
much.
dude.
But pizza would win for sure.
If I had to choose one thing to eat for the rest of my life, it'd be tacos because
Tacos.
I literally eat, and they're my own homemade tacos, but that's literally what I eat every day. It's helped me keep my weight down. It's
yeah, but it still feels like food.
Yeah,
I
it's
understand
got like
that.
it's like yes. Food.
Yeah. I went to this like hole in the wall Mexican place recently near the shop, and it was like true Mexican tacos with the tortilla and everything, and like they had Mexican Coke, like the really good tall bottled Coke.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yes,
was-
the one with the real sugar in it.
It's so good. I was like, goodness gracious. Okay, David, tell Dan to make a video called "A Day in the Life of Jax" and just have a loop of Jax running around the house.
Oh my god.
That's amazing. We need a diet with Dan vid. That with Dan. You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time I saw you? Was when my birthday.
Yeah.
I have lost almost 20 pounds since then.
No way.
Yeah.
Props, dude. Congratulations.
It's been a
If that was your goal.
well, yeah, I'm trying to get down more because I have this cruise coming up in the end of May.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I know that when I go to California, it's not gonna work. Like I'll be out there for 6 days not doing anything.
Yeah, I understand that. Let's see here.
Did it just-
Mexico run between Corvette and 240 dead even. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was I was getting ready to crash my ship before I let David pass me. We were running out of room, and I was like, my car is gonna run to the back of the Civic before I let David pass me.
Can you say Gavin's BRZ is fast?
Well, there you go.
I'm kidding.
Gavin's BRZ is fast.
David, you are a beast.
JKLOL.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Check out that muscle right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So much.
Oh yeah, dude. Straight flexing on these hoes. Is that a what type of t-shirt is that? Is that fucking
Loot Crate.
Oh, okay.
It's Power Rangers.
There you go. I was trying to see if it was Power Rangers.
Freaking Zord, bro.
Zord, bruh.
Zord, bro. I
You
got
saw
my
you-
new project.
You saw the new Power
I did
Rangers,
see
right?
the new Power Rangers.
You
movie.
liked it, didn't you?
I thought it was fine.
Okay.
Except,
It was an okay movie.
except how bad the product placement was. That's the only thing. Okay, so Nick says, David, I'm starting with my own automotive channel soon. Can you give me some camera advice and production pointers?
Don't do it.
I'll say one, YouTube's very difficult and you have to keep at it. One, keep at it and keep practicing. Honestly, it's practice, just like anything. What do you say, Dan? Think it's practice?
I think YouTube is a learning experience. I've been at it now since 2013. No,
Yeah.
my first YouTube channel is 2006. If you want to go that crazy.
Same here.
Yeah. So that means the learning curve has been over 10 years for me.
Yeah.
And I still don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. Like
I-
I still to this day do not know what people watch and don't watch.
Yeah.
I still do not know because you never know. You know, people's moods change and their interests change. So you just never know if one video is going to do great. Like, you know, what's funny is I put out the video of just introducing Alejandro, right? Formally.
Mhm.
And I got so many comments going, we don't care, excuse my language, but we don't care about that shit on your channel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I beg to differ because I got more views than my review this week.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
It was also a cute
just-
video. It was
thanks,
nice.
man, thanks. But Tommy, thank you very much. And also, when it comes to camera stuff, start with something simple. Start with a GoPro or a Canon G7X or something. Don't go full DSLR yet.
And by the way, don't use regular DSLRs. Don't use like a T3i as a recording camera.
Hey,
No. I'm here to
I
say
used
this
that for
right.
5 years.
I know, David. You know what's better out there now? Literally
Oh.
every other camera on the market that's half the price.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
I cannot talk about this enough. If you don't know anything about cameras, if you have no experience with using a DSLR, do not get a DSLR as a camera
Yeah,
to start
I
out with.
agree.
Get
I
a
agree.
point and shoot like the Sony what's it called? Like the Sony the Mark V or whatever, little point and shoot. Just get one of those. They make great videos. They're easy to use, and ease is what helps people with YouTube channels, because if you come into this world thinking it's going to be easy, or if you start with like the hardest equipment to use and you don't know what you're doing, it's going to discourage you and you're going to hate it.
So Steve Light asked Dan, David, and I'm a small/bad, you don't know that, YouTuber. How do you stay motivated? Honestly, there are days where I don't feel like making stuff. I really don't. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. There are days going, I think making this video is pointless because not enough people are gonna watch it. You know, and then I'm proven wrong half the time. You know, so like I can put up a video of me ranting about my broken Mustang or something, or drift car or whatever, and that'll get great views. But then I put 3 days of work into a car review, and then it gets like 40K, and you're just like, what the? And you look at your ratio. The ratio, in my opinion, is what makes a YouTuber depressed. Is when it comes to viewership, I have 690, for example, about 690,000 subscribers, but then only 40,000 people watch it. You're super grateful for those 40,000 people. Like, you can't express that enough because they watched it. But you're like, wow, did the rest of the people not like me anymore? Or do they just don't like my stuff anymore?
They forgot their login info.
Yeah, and you're like, this ratio, you're like, dude, am I irrelevant now? So then you have to try and come up with a game plan to become relevant again. And that is very difficult. But I'm going to answer these last 3 super chats, and then I'll be done for the night. So What's your favorite car-oriented movie that isn't part of Fast and Furious franchise? I like Gone in 60 Seconds a lot. It's super cheesy, but it's a good time.
What was the question?
Favorite car-oriented movie that's
Favorite
not
car-
Fast and Furious.
That's not Fast and the Furious. Is there other car movies out
Yeah,
there?
yeah. There's a few.
I've never seen
Um,
another car movie out there.
Bullet. Fast and sorry, not Fast and Furious. I guess you could say Italian Job. A few others.
Actually, the Italian Job was really good. Mini Cooper.
So yeah, Tommy asks, I tried to find you at SEMA 2016. Can I get a shout out? There you go. Got your shout out, Tommy. Thank you so much.
my
And-
favorite car related movie was Cars.
Oh,
No,
killing
Mad
the
Max.
game.
Mad
Oh,
Max.
oh, there you go.
Definitely Mad Max.
Halo fan asks Ford Focus ST or Mazda P3. Focus ST because it is a updated version of the Speed 3. That is why.
Although that being said, every time that I've been around like a Mazda 3, I'm always surprised. Every time. I'm just blown out of the water by those vehicles. I don't know why. It's just
Yeah. They're cool.
they're
All right,
awesome.
Zion. I'll let Dan drive Smurf one day for sure. And on that note, thank you all so much for coming to this live stream. It was a freaking awesome time. Did you have a good time, Dan?
I had a fun time.
Today was supernatural. I feel like we had a really good audience today. Lots of really good questions too, not just the same beat dead horse.
Yeah. It
So
took me so long to get in. I was taking a nap after.
yeah, no,
streaming
he
like-
did it. You did. Yeah, thanks for coming in at such late notice. But other than that, thanks everybody. Have a great freaking night. And Dan, I'll probably see you soon.
Yep, probably.
Have a good one, man.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Be about it. Don't forget to subscribe.